and pile up enough playoff points. But tonight's the big night. It's the Aces and the Tigers, and Kyle Peach is along with here. And Kyle, you said something during the pregame show that we had on the radio side. So it's been 40-plus years since Olney defeated Mount Carmel. So they got that celebration out of the way last year. It's been even longer since they've won 2 in a row over the Aces. And so they're really, it's over, it's a couple generations at least. So I think more history is what Olney's after tonight.
Yeah, 1971-72, the last time the Tigers won 2 straight against Mount Carmel. Since 1973, the Aces are 36-2 against these Tigers. Those 2 losses, 1982 and last year. So it's been a domination of Mount Carmel in the series, but Olney would love nothing more to start a streak, which they could do tonight with back-to-back wins over the Golden Aces. But interesting to hear Michael Brewer talk earlier today about a picture that the Aces have put on the locker room walls. It's been in the weight room. It's been everywhere. And it's a picture of last year's Olney team posing in front of the Riverview Stadium scoreboard, showing them the victors. That has been the motivation for this Aces squad. Will it continue? Will it be enough? We're about to find out.
Well, let's design a winning game plan. Brought to you by ADG Architecture and Design Group at 512 Market Street. The next time you need design work done, contact ADG, a longtime Golden Aces football supporter. Well, the Olney Tigers, interestingly enough, have found themselves behind in ball games. They have so much talent, and yet they're playing with fire a little bit. They were down to Lawrenceville for a period, granted not very long, but in the second quarter of that game. And then last week against Newton, a team that Mount Carmel pretty well manhandled up front of most of the night, and well, virtually all the night. They had a dogfight with Olney that lasted clear into the second half. So the Tigers have had their moments, and Mount Carmel is hoping to capitalize on that tonight.
Well, no doubt. And this Olney team, from what we've seen, has been a third-quarter team. But take nothing away from them. They've scored 57 points in 3 straight weeks. A 57-14 win over Lawrenceville, 57-19 over Marshall, and 57-34 against Newton on the road last week. They've also put 60 on the board against Taylorville and a measly 31 on the board against the Salem Wildcats. This is a Gavin Cawthorn captain squad that can score a lot of points in a real quick hurry. The Aces are going to have to be willing and accept the fact that the Tigers are going to score tonight. But can we score enough to keep up with the Tigers? That's the big question of this Aces team, who hasn't scored more than 41, and that was against Newton a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and so really the gist of it is we know Mount Carmel is getting better, and that they are after last year's extremely young team. But are they getting better enough to tackle this multi-talented Olney team, and especially their skill people? And you talk about Gavin Cawthorn. This kid not only can throw the football, he can run the football. He's on the verge of 1,000 yards as a runner. And keep in mind, he's more than just a runner as the huge horns blow off here.
Yes.
But not only is Cawthorn a great thrower and he's a great runner's quarterback, he's so agile. Remember, this is the state long jump champion from 2 years ago as a sophomore. So he's got it all athletically. So he is a tough one.
Yeah, and you know, Olney likes to compare him to Blaine Sisson. Mount Carmel would say there is no comparison ever to a Blaine Sisson type player, but that's what he's going to look like tonight, a kid that can just simply go create, and that'll be fun to watch as this one gets underway here tonight. Interesting too, Scott, you talk about the evolutions of the game. You know, all of the teams now in the region have the huddle program. They've got all of the technology on the sideline. I haven't seen this before. There is a giant big screen television on the sideline of the Olney Tigers for them to take a look at that huddle video replay technology on the sideline. Welcome to the modern era of high school football.
Ah, the high-tech world, huh?
Right.
Well, the Olney Tigers, they are undefeated. Mount Carmel, of course, is undefeated in the conference. So these two are tied for the top spot along with KZ Westfield in the conference. And these three will kind of decide things in round-robin fashion, really, over the next 3 weeks. Tonight, Mount Carmel and Olney. Next week, Mount Carmel and KZ Westfield. And then in week 8, it's KZ and Olney play. So who knows if that will solve the LIC quandary and get a champion, or will it completely muddy things up? We're about to find out, at least with Showdown Week number 1. Mount Carmel is clad tonight in their maroon pants, white shirts, gold helmets. Olney in their home uniforms tonight. The Olney Tigers are clad in their white pants, and they have the dark tops with pink uniforms tonight. It's the pink out night here tonight.
It is.
The battle for cancer, so they are wearing that with their black helmets. So we are almost set for football.
It looks like Mount Carmel has the kicking tee in their hand, so the Aces, I'm assuming, won the toss and deferred to the second half of this game. So Olney will get the football first, and that will happen in momentarily. As our opening kickoff is brought to you by Corwin Printing. Discover the quality difference a professional printer can make.
Mount Carmel will be kicking off from left to right. Olney will get the football first, so we'll get to see Gavin Cawthorn in action on offense first for the Tigers. Packed house here tonight. This side is packed. Mount Carmel has loaded the visitor stands here at Olney, so there are not too many seats to be had without squeezing people in. We're almost set for football. This LIC showdown is underway. There's the boot, kind of short, taken by Nutt, back at the 35. Cross, well, he didn't get very much at all. He's still going. In fact, his drop for a loss, but they'll mark the forward progress to the point he caught the ball at the 35. That's where Olney will start.
So the Tigers will start, and again, you want to try to limit the chances that the Tigers have the football, and you want to pin them as deep as you possibly can. That's kind of the mantra for the Aces here tonight. Interesting, you talk about the crowd. They've got fans, students section in the end zone on one end. They've got a little controversy about moving the Tiger pep band out of the bleachers, and they've kind of got some makeshift bleachers over here to the right near the other end zone, but they're just out of space here in Olney, and they're going to make some big leaps forward, it appears. More on that in a bit.
The Tigers will start with a double stack of wideouts on both sides. One setback to the left of Gavin Cawthorn, who's in the shotgun. Olney goes from right to left. Handoff to the ball carrier, number 0, Xavier Owasu-Jean. And he has a short gain of about 2 to the 37.
Yeah, this is a kid in Owusu-John who carries the football a lot, averages 8 yards a carry, 76 yards for 605 yards and 7 touchdowns. Gets 2 on the opening run of this game, and Jack Webb there to make the stop for the Aces.
You know, he's only a sophomore, so just like our sophomore quarterback, River Dash, we talk about he's getting experience. So is Owasu-Jean. He has 605 yards, really starting to pile at the yards now. That's all he needs is another weapon.
Just one more, right?
So now the Tigers will split the wideouts again, but it's going to slot in a wideout formation. Again, Cawthorn's in the shotgun. He has rushed for 15 of Olney's 21 touchdowns. Run to the left side, doesn't get much. Aces stack it up, played that one pretty well. About a 1-yard gain to the 38.
So not a lot there for Cawthorn on his opening run. Gets 1 yard. It'll be 3rd down and about 7 to get here for the Tiger offense on their opening drive. And it was Eki Militoni in on the stop. Acree there as well.
So when Cawthorn crosses the 1,000-yard mark, and he's very close to it as of tonight, it'll be the second straight year for him crossing the 1,000 mark. He's well over 2,500 yards in total offense so far.
938 on the ground for him coming into the game tonight.
Same look now on 3rd and long for the Tigers, and the shotgun is Cawthorn. Aces fake a stunt. Well, let's see. They're going to bring him. They're going to try a quick throw to the right side. Caught on a little wide receiver. Nice, great tackle by Mount Carmel. Is that Acree over there? Or was it Owen Blake on the stop?
It was Owen Blake.
A short gain after the pass out to the edge. So it'll be 4th down, but short, and they might go for it from here from the 42. And it looks like they're going to.
Pianfetti caught the pass, and a great adjustment by Owen Blake to leave the man that was blocking him and make the play.
So again, a slot and a wide out both sides. Same spread look. And there is the running back next to Cawthorn. 4th down and a short 2. Long signal count. Mount Carmel stays home.
Be ready and don't jump if you're up front, and now they're going to drop punt formation.
Yeah, how about that? Well, nope. Maybe not. Now he comes back up. Kind of fakes the punt, or is it going to be a quick kick? Now flag.
Somebody jumped. Who did? It's the offense.
It's the Tigers. The Mount Carmel fans erupt. Mount Carmel held its water, and then Olney jumped. And now they will punt on 4th and 7.
How about that? So the Aces defense pitches a 3 and out on their first play of the first series for this Tiger offense, this potent Tiger offense It appears to be our first 3 and out of the game. Brought to you by Quick Stop Tire and Lube. A quick stop by Mount Carmel. Quick Stop Tire and Lube, 263-3786.
Carmel one man back to receive the punt at about the 25-yard line. There's the boot.
Short kick.
It's high, and it is going to be short. And where they're going to end up, it's going to roll down at about the 45-yard line about there. So like Mount Carmel, a great start.
Yeah, no doubt. That just did not go very far on the kick. The kicker was standing at the 30, and it just crossed midfield. That's about a 25-yard punt. No return.
So the Aces go left to right. River Dasher, in his 6th start as the Mount Carmel quarterback, had a real solid night running the football, especially last week, 187 yards or thereabouts. And his best look of the year, and he was 7 of 8 in the air. Receivers are 2 to the right, a slot man there. Now the H-back slides to the right and stops, and there's a handoff. Ball carrier right up the middle, powers his way to near the 50. Had a good head of steam, and then Olney running back a little bit, a gain of about 2 or 3.
It was Elliott Acree who had a head of steam, as you said, perfectly there, partner, on the run. Going to get a little more progress. They keep moving that box over there. Give him about 4. It'll be 2nd down from there.
The line of scrimmage is the Mount Carmel 49-yard line, about ready to cross midfield. Just underway, no score in this one. First quarter here in Olney. Receivers to the left, and now there is the handoff. Ball carrier breaks a tackle, dives forward near the marker. Acree may have it on the dive across the 45 of Olney.
So the first down of the game belongs to Mount Carmel, and our 2,000-yard rusher, Elliott Acree, who had 2,025 yards coming into play tonight, gets about 7 on the play. Move the chains, a 1st and 10 Penn Bowling Center first down.
Last week, Mount Carmel had a 99-yard drive for points. We like to run the football and keep it on the ground and power it down the field.
And more importantly, in a game like this where you have an explosive offensive team on the other side, run that clock.
Line of scrimmage, the Tiger 44. Mount Carmel, the first team to cross midfield, 1st and 10. And a ball carrier now cuts back to the left side, gets a couple yards.
It's Acree again.
Yep, on the carry. We've used Acree a lot more here in midseason than we were earlier in the season.
Yeah, no doubt. And he really did not have a whole lot of yards in the first week of the season against DuQuoin. It really didn't. I don't remember if he even had a first half touch in that game against DuQuoin, but he has been on fire ever since then.
So the line of scrimmage now, the Olney 42, 2nd down and about 8.
405 yards, 76 carries, and 5 scores for Acree entering play tonight.
His 3rd year as a running back for the Aces. Now the Aces go a slot and a wide out to the right side. H-back slides right. He stays put. Now there's the handoff. Ball carrier up the middle. Breaks a tackle inside the 40. Down to the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and short from there.
Well, the Aces continue to move the football. And again, it's Acree moving the ball down the field. It'll be a 3rd and short. 3rd and about 4 after a 4-yard pickup.
We are located at the top of the stands. We're sitting outside here at Olney. A little more roomy out here than being in a cramped press box, but we can hear the home fans right here. And like I said, it's a packed house here tonight.
Big crowd here.
Third down, third down, and we'll call it 3 from the 38 of Olney. Here is Dasher on the call. One setback back there with him. Handoff. Ball carrier gets about a yard, not much. It's going to be 4th down.
That's Metter on his first touch of the night. We go to Shane Metter, not to Acree on that play. Metter, 13 carries for 79 yards coming in. Gets a yard. It'll be 4th down and a long 3 here.
Hope you enjoyed the interview I had with Shane Metter before the game tonight. He was our player profile for this week. We've gotten the 4 captains done, and so we went to the junior class for this one. Shane Metter. Here it is, 4th down and a long 2 for the Aces. Line of scrimmage, the Tiger 37.
Big play early in this one, partner.
Big 4th down conversion for the Aces right here. And they've a couple setbacks, plus the quarterback, and it's going to be Dasher keeping himself outside. 1st down, and that's down the sidelines. Breaks a tackle at the 20, 15, 10, 5. He scores. Touchdown, and the Aces lead.
37 yards. River Dasher to the house. Needed 3 for a 1st down, got 37 for a touchdown, and Mount Carmel has a 6-point lead.
A TD comes at the 5:48 mark. of the first period of play.
There is a flag down somewhere,
Okay.
I thought they said, but I'm not sure where, and they are looking over on the Mount Carmel sideline.
I wonder if it's something.
I don't know that there is a flag. It sits there in the middle
I wonder if
of the
it'll be a
field, but we're lining
looks like
up
it's a
for
touchdown,
the
yeah.
extra point.
Penalty flag has been picked up, so that
Okay. First Aces Touchdown brought to you by Full Stadium Marketing, local marketing services to help your business win the crowd. Now it's time for the Mabry Auto Body point after.
That flag's got picked up by the officials, so no penalty on the play.
It'll be Wiggins trying on the kick.
The extra point is number 2, Chase Wiggins.
On the hold from Dasher, there's a snap ball down the kick away. And it is no good. Well, somebody got their hand on it or not. So the Aces come up empty on the point after, but they draw the early lead. And now let's take our first look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Mount Carmel leads here in Olney. It's 6-0, 5:48 to go first period, back in 30.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
Well, surprise, surprise, the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. Kyle out of the gate early.
Well, how about this? The defense forces Olney to go 3 and out. The offense marches down the field. That drive started at the Mount Carmel 35 and ends with a 4th down conversion, a 37-yard touchdown run on a 4th down play. The Aces with a 6-0 lead. Let's hope the extra point miss doesn't come back to haunt us.
So the Tigers now will get their second look at the football. Mount Carmel kicking from left to right. Here's Wiggins on the boot. Down the middle. It's a bounder. It barely crosses the 10-yard marker. Olney fell on it at their own 47.
Partner, I don't think is that Wiggins that's doing the kickoffs?
Or he not at that time, huh?
I'm going to check my roster here.
On Wentz's swift kick,
It may be. We'll continue to check that.
without a return.
So the Tigers now have a short porch to work with, just on their side of the 50, but not by much. It's called the 48-yard line is where they put the football down. And Gavin Cawthorn and company back to work. He is one of the state's best numbers guy this year between all his rushing yards and his quarterback over the top yards. He has really put up some numbers. Same look on offense. There's a throw to the right side, pass caught, and a breakaway down the right side. Looks like he's going to go all the way with the first pass of the drive. A one-play drive for the Tigers. They score from 52 yards out on a swing pass to the right side, and this game is tied just like that.
Wow. One play. The Tigers respond.
Is that Pine Fetty?
I would assume so. I didn't catch the number cleanly, but we're going to give it to him. He is their leading receiver. And 52 yards later, the Tigers are in the end zone.
And now the extra point can give them the lead. Ian Pine Fetty on the catch.
An interesting look on the lineup for the Tigers. They do this every time on the point after tries. And the young man that is the kicker, Owen Coker, is 23 of 23 on PATs. He's also 2 for 2 in the field goal department. He hasn't missed a kick all year.
And so here is the kick, and it is right through the uprights. Olney has the lead, and that streak continues. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard 12 seconds later has changed. It's now Olney 7, Mount Carmel 6, 5:36 to go. First period back in 30.
At First National Bank of Allendale, we know that winning starts with the right support on and off the playing field. That's why our local lenders make tailored, local decisions so you can score big on your goals. With branches across your community, we're here to help with everything from home loans to business growth. Because when it comes to your future, local lending is a true team effort. First National Bank of Allendale, local lenders, local decisions.
Well, Olney's had a habit of falling behind opponents this year, but boy, they didn't put up with that for long tonight. It lasted 12 seconds, Mount Carmel's lead, and now the Tigers are on top 7-6. And a swing pass caught us napping on the back end of that defense, and we've struggled at times at back there. I think we've shorted up for the most part, but boy, Olney burned us there. 52 yards and a touchdown flip on the swing pass to the right side.
Well, and that is the potency of this Tiger offense, which we've talked about for a long time. They can score a lot of points. They can do so quickly, and they caught the Aces off guard there.
They can strike with a long ball. They're also just as potent on the catch and run. The Olney Tigers now have the lead, but Mount Carmel will get the football back. Here comes the Tiger boot. And it will be retrieved. Here comes a return from to the 20, 25, 30, and just over the 30-yard line, called the 32. Nice enough return. Is that Shane Metter on the return?
I believe that was
Nope,
Wiggins.
that was
Chase Wiggins.
Chase Wiggins, yeah, on the return. And Mount Carmel takes over now from their 32. Don't forget, fans, next week, the KZ Westfield Warriors are in town for Hall of Fame night.
Similar spot, and the Aces had a moment ago when their opening drive went from the 35 in, now 3 yards further backfield. Let's see what adjustments the Tiger defense makes and what adjustments this Aces offense will make, which look pretty good on that opening drive.
Well, the Olney ball games have been high-scoring, high-yardage affairs, and now Carmel really hasn't been that way, but who will we get pulled into tonight? Let's find out. Slot and wide out to the left side. Ball carrier gets the call and headed to the left. Is that Acre again? And he's over about the 33. Short gain. Call it no gain right now. Nope, there we go. Now they're moving it. That was Eki, a Militoni on that one, huh? And a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Line of scrimmage to 34.
Now, with the Aces not having thrown a pass yet in this game, the Tigers are really packing the house on the run, selling out in the middle of the field. So let's see if we don't try to catch or take advantage of that at some point here soon and go to the air and try to spread this defense back out. Look how tightly packed they are in the box, are the Tigers on this play.
Last week, Dasher 7 of 8 in the air. And ball carrier slides the left side, pushing. Nice drive forward and gets to about the 40-yard line.
That's the quarterback, Dasher.
Nice run by River. Like I said, he looked so, to me, just looked much more aggressive on his runs last week, almost as if the light bulb had gone off on week 5 of his career. And he just looked different last week, looked much more poised and in control. Here it is, 3rd and 4 now for the Aces.
This is a pivotal 3rd down. This is a spot where we'd likely punt the ball away. So big time for another conversion for the Aces. They did so on 4th down for a touchdown last drive. They need 3rd down conversion here.
And the slot man backs up and forms a two-back backfield and then gets the handoff, I think, and plows forward for the first down to the 45. Was that Metter?
It was.
On the comebacker, he'd set out wide, then retreated back to the backfield for the set. Got the handoff from there and gets the first down for the Aces. Another 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down at the 45.
Give Metter 5 yards on the play. Aces now up to 67 yards, all on the ground in our first 2 drives and continuing to move the chains.
And called the 44, actually, is where they put the football down. Now, Red Andrews checks out wide to the right side. His slot man inside of him on to the right. And one setback, quarterback Dasher in the shotgun, and he takes the snap and will keep it himself. Tries to find running room, tries to get to the edge and can't. Does get a yard, but that's about it. Olney stiffened on defense. Good pursuit laterally, and they brought him down after the short game.
Just took a little bit too much time, did River, to try to find a spot there, and really didn't get the corner turned in time. The Tigers pursued well, a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 here.
We're down to 3:02 to go. First period, quick moving quarter here so far. Olney leads 7-6. Aces scored first. Tigers scored 12 seconds later. The point after is the difference. We didn't make ours, they did.
Play clock is down to 10. We're just now getting up to the line here. Got to hurry things up.
And the Aces send their wideouts. I think that's Andrews hustling to get to the
3
wide receiver mark. Got the snap off in time. And a nice push that time by the ball carrier. We get all, or
that was Dasher who kept it, I believe.
No, yeah, maybe not then as much. Yeah, just a yard.
The Tigers did a good job of, I think, shoving one of their blockers, one of the guys they were blocking, into Dasher's path. He still gets about 3 yards on the play, so it'll be a 3rd and 6 now for Mount Carmel as we approach midfield.
Yeah, the Aces are 2 yards shy of the midfield stripe here. We're inside 2 minutes to go. In fact, we're just about at the 2-minute mark. 2:02 now as the Aces come to the line. They send trips out to the right side. They switch the tight end off to the right side. And here's the quarterback dasher in the shotgun. One setback to his right, and instead the setback gets a call and gets near the marker. Very close. Nice run back up the middle, a yard away.
Acre but short. And what will the Aces do here? We'll find out.
Yeah, line of scrimmage the 47. I say we go for it from here.
It's the 47 of Olney. It's across midfield. It'll be 4th and about 2 here. And we do see Kling come into the backfield for the Aces. We might go with that heavy package look here.
That goal line look here on 4th and a long one, we'll call it. Aces hustle up to the line. They go to that triple I. 3 setbacks lined up in the eye behind, and the tailback gets the call, and that is Kling, right?
Yes, but he got
I think
there.
he made it.
Yep,
he got pushed back. Crowd yells, but they're going to give him forward progress, and he gets the first down, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, by about a yard.
Yeah, it wasn't that close. His forward progress pushed him past the marker, and the official right on the spot moved the chains. 1st and 10 Pens Bowling Center first down. They may want to measure, but I'm calling it anyway. It's a first down.
Yeah, he made it.
They don't need to measure.
Yeah. Line of scrimmage is the 46 of Olney now. Aces have yet to go to the air tonight, right?
They have not. They have not gone to the air yet. Okay, so one of two things is true. Either this is a first down by a big margin, or it's a terrible spot. One of the two things is correct. He had it as the chain gang
bringing the
comes
chain
on.
gang
Yeah,
on?
they stopped to move. They're going to measure. I think he's got it by at least 3/4 of that football, or should.
Oh, I hope so, the way they're stretching out the chain.
Yep, first down by the nose of the football.
Oh, that's a bad spot.
That was a terrible spot.
Yeah, we had that by far. But as it is, we got the first down anyway. 1st and 10 Pens first down. Line of scrimmage, the Tiger 46-yard line.
You know, with all this technology we were talking about earlier, the televisions, the huddle cameras, I mean, before it's too long, the coaches are going to throw the red challenge flag, and we're going to go to New York for the review.
Yeah. Now, maybe we could just go to Mount Carmel. I could do that in retirement.
Yeah,
That'd be a good little deal.
Yeah.
That'd be the LIC's
Go to
video
Bloomington
replay.
to the IHSA office, right?
And we stopped the clock 106. Well, the clock was stopped anyway, 106 to go.
We just started the play clock, so we'll
gotcha.
re-huddle here, as I think what we're doing.
Yeah. So we're going to send a receiver out to the left side and a slot man that way as well. And a wing to that side also, and here's Dasher in the shotgun, and he's going to keep it himself. Goes left side and gets a yard or two, not much there. And they drive him all the way back for whatever good measure that is.
Where's the whistle at
And they
here?
lost the football, and they pick it up.
Where's the whistle?
Yeah, that's 5 seconds after the play was
You got to
gone.
stop the play at some point.
Yeah. So they give a couple yards to the ball carrier. It's 2nd and 8 now. Line of scrimmage, the Tiger 44. We're down to 23 seconds to go.
We do not have to run a play.
Yep. So we will probably let this one expire, and we will be done with quarter number 1. Again, a fast-moving start to this game. It's been a great start to this game. Both teams have points on the board. We're down to 10-9-8 now.
Now, the interesting thing here is the Olney's ran a total of 4 plays on offense in this game, but they have the lead. That's the only problem. That first part is exactly what the Aces want to see.
All right, the Jade Investment Financial Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard at the end of 1. It's Olney 7, Mount Carmel 6. Back in 30 seconds.
Lease your new 2024 Hornet at Steve Faulkner Automotive before the end of the month. Now is your best deal. Lease the 2024 Hornet for 2 years, 10,000 miles per year for only $19.39 a month. See Steve Faulkner Auto for details today. Drive into fall with Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler for as low as $292 a month and a 2025 Ram 1500 with 1.9% financing for 72 months. Come in today or go to stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
Have you or someone you love received an abnormal breast screening result or breast cancer diagnosis? The Ticket for the Cure program at the Wabash County Health Department in Mount Carmel is here to help. Now offering patient navigation services for eligible residents of Wabash, Edwards, and Richland counties. We're with you every step of the way. For more information, call 618-263-3873. That's 618-263-3873. You don't have to face it alone.
as you look at the recap of that first quarter, you know, the Tigers ran, as we said before the break, just a total of 4 plays. 2 rushes for 3 yards, but 2 passes for 57, including that 52-yard touchdown pass from Cawthorn to Pianfetti. You look at Mount Carmel, the Aces did not throw a pass in the first quarter, rushed for 80 yards. 10, 12, 13, they had 14 plays on offense, and they start the second quarter with a football.
2nd down and 8 for Mount Carmel. Line of scrimmage, the Olney 44-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, same slot look, and now a wingman. And I think he gets the counter back on the right side. Is that Militoniecki on the carry?
I think that's Wiggins.
Wiggins on the carry from wide receiver, counter back to the right side, and he got a few yards, called the 43-yard line. It's still 3rd and relatively long, 3rd and 6 for the Aces.
A 4-yard pickup for Wiggins, who hasn't really carried the football that much on the year. That's just his 5th carry on the year for Chase Wiggins. 3rd down, probably 4-down territory here for the Aces. They've got 6 yards to get in the next 2 plays.
So let's see what the Aces do on this 3rd down conversion run. They've got a wing off to the right side, and now Dasher is going to follow a lead blocker, and he's got the 1st down, and then some inside the 35 of Olney to the 34. That's a 1st down carry by River Dasher.
Partner, the Aces are perfect on 3rd and 4th down conversions, and Dasher follows a blocker, goes from the 42 to the 33. Big play for River Dasher. 1st and 10 Pens Bowling Center 1st down.
You know, we talk about the passing and how good he was over the top. Remember, he only threw 8 passes last year, so you keep thinking, well, when are we going to pop it? When are we going to pop it? Well, it could be any time, but now Carmel hasn't thrown the ball a lot this year.
No, and they at times haven't needed to, but again, Dasher missed only 1 pass last week. I'd like to see that trend continue.
So another
and
first
timeout by Mount Carmel.
All right, so the Aces didn't like something. They hustled up to the football, and they called a timeout. So we've got our first timeout break in the action. 10:38 to go in the second quarter. Timeouts brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. The Aces trail Olney 7-6, back in 30.
I'm Elijah Hadro with the Mount Carmel Fire Department.
And I'm David James, president of Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Did you know that working smoke alarms can significantly reduce the risk of dying in a home fire? Taking just a few seconds each month to test your smoke alarms can make a life-saving difference. Simply press the test button to ensure they're working properly, and don't forget to follow the manufacturer's instructions for regular cleaning to keep your alarms in top condition.
75 years in doing what we do is beyond unusual. Our genesis back in the 40s, doing stabilization and still focusing on that here today is very, very unusual. I'm really proud that we have 75 years in this industry and still focus on getting better every day. That experience has propelled us. We carry it forward. In other words, we haven't lost the experience that was gained early on in the beginnings of the company. And we still have that knowledge base to draw from. And that's what just keeps making us better.
All right, back here in Olney following the timeout. Early second quarter, Tigers lead 7-6. Mount Carmel trying to continue its march. They're down to the Olney 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. River Dasher, the quarterback, shotgun.
Go.
And he hands off. That's is that Elliott Acree?
Yes.
To the right side, slips off a tackle and dives forward, I think, for the 1st down.
Yeah, it's really close.
Yep.
Looks like it is going to move the chains. Aces inching closer to the red zone as Acree goes for 11 yards on that play. I thought the snap was high, but I think we were selling that, which sprung Acree to the right side.
So they're going to mark the football at around the 23-yard line, and this drive continues. 1st and 10 for the Aces, another 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center 1st down here on this Friday night. Wonderful night for football. Huge crowd here in Olney.
So the Tigers went 3 and out on their opening drive, and the second drive lasted all of 1 play in about 15 seconds. That's how much time Mount Carmel has had the football tonight.
So now another timeout call.
Officials timeout to reset the play clock. I think that, you know, if Michael Brewer was upset, or if the time went quickly and we had to, what am I trying to say? Before we called the timeout, I think they're going to put some time on the clock here. They're going to have to radio that up to the press box, so that's going to take a little bit. But, you know, we spent a timeout earlier. And did we spend it because the play clock had gone down quickly? And is that something we, in essence, called it on a little bit here? I'm not sure. But now the play clock goes all the way back to 40 seconds.
And now they're going to let it run down a little bit?
Now we'll take some more time off. So are the Aces keeping a closer eye on the clock? And are the officials now, because of maybe a perceived quick play clock last time out? I don't know. I'm not alluding to anything, just trying to point out the interesting scenario. We spent a timeout late in a play clock a moment ago, and now the play clock is reset, and we're going to work more time.
Boy, look at these fans on both sides of the field. They're just lined against the fence here. So this is like the good old days for crowds, huh?
No doubt.
All right, first down. Here's a snap. And trying to get outside the ball carrier. And he maybe dove for a yard or two. Not much out on the edge out there. Stayed in bounds on the far side.
That was Dasher, I believe, on the run that just really never got to the edge, never could get out that way. Nolan Seals, with some Mount Carmel ties on this Olney roster, I think holds Dasher to no gain on that play. Up there, they just moved it down, so give him a yard.
Second time tonight we've seen Dasher kind of hesitate a little bit on the edge. So Olney must be doing something on defense. It's causing him to think twice about taking those lanes as they present themselves. 2nd and 9 now. Line of scrimmage is the 22-yard line of Olney.
Interesting that Dasher ran that to the side of the short side of the field.
And now a keeper up the middle again, River Dasher, and they'll mark the progress a little bit more. Maybe got inside the red zone. Let's see, maybe the 19. First trip to the red zone tonight, right? At least that we can run a scrimmage play from.
Right.
And we're back at the Big R Farm and Home red zone, by the way.
Give Dasher about 3 on that play, so it brings up a 3rd and 6 now for Mount Carmel from the 19. Obviously 4-down territory here.
From here, yeah.
But look at the clock. It continues to go, and this play might not happen until we're under 8 minutes of the half.
So here we are. It's now 2nd down and about 7, and ball carrier slides left. Not much.
Flag down.
Thrown near the line of scrimmage.
So is that a hold? It looks like it is. On the Aces, that will hurt. Now, decision time for Coach Carmody of Olney. Do you accept the penalty and back them up and make it 3rd and 17? Or do you decline the penalty, which I think they did, and they'll leave it at 4th down? Nope, they're going to back us up. Could have made it 4th and 7 or 3rd and 17, and they're going to go 3rd and 17.
And they haven't seen us throw the football yet, so I guess they're going to try to make us throw the football now. On 3rd and very long. Olney fans are coming to their feet on the PA announcer's behest. Line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line. 3rd and long for the Aces. Wing to the left, 2 wideouts to the right side. In the shotgun is the quarterback Dasher. Gets the snap, backs up, does want to throw. And they're under hot pursuit. He gets the throw away. It's caught.
Yes.
And around the 15-yard line, just short of the marker, but not by much. Great pass play. Mount Carmel's got it 4th and short now.
And who hold that ball in over there? Dasher's first pass, caught to Shane Metter, of course. And Metter makes it a 4th and manageable 4th at about 3.
Yep, but still, you don't want to lose the drive when you get this close, especially after making a play on 3rd down like that.
No doubt. Big play in this game.
4th and 3, 6:55 to go, first half. 7-6 Olney. This would be a huge first down to get here. Aces under center. Everybody pulled in, and there's the snap. Ball carry goes right side. I think he's got it. Is it? Oh, it's going to be very close.
Yet.
Yep, look where that official's marked over there.
First down.
Yep, first down by a yard. Ball carrier gets all the way to the 11-yard line. And they called Dasher on that carry.
Kept it himself, found the blocker, and moved it forward.
Slid off to the right side and did a good job there. The Aces have a new set of downs from the Olney 11, trying to regain the lead. Now Carmel scored first tonight, and Olney scored 12 seconds later and added the point after. That's why the Tigers lead 7-6. We're now down to the 6:32 mark of the second quarter. And here's Dasher in the shotgun. And there's a snap. Ball carrier, that's Dasher on the carry. Slides inside down to around the 5-yard line, looks like.
So Dasher stood up but kept driving And a first and goal is now going to be a second and goal, but a 5-yard gain for Dasher. The Aces that close to taking the lead again here in this first half.
Yeah, they did put those chain markers down, didn't they?
Yep.
So that was a first and goal then.
Just right to the nose of the football, sits at the 5-yard line. Cawthorn in on the stop there for the Aces, but look at this. The clock continues to roll, and we're under 6 minutes now.
This is the game Mount Carmel wants right now, possession-wise, time-wise. Let's see if they can finish it off. Ball carrier pushes into the middle. Was that Metter? Oh, direct snap. Yep, Shane Metter got it on the direct snap.
Yep.
Gets down to about the 2-3 yard line, called the 2. And it'll be third and goal for Mount Carmel now from the Olney 2.
You know, you want Mount Carmel to score, but I don't know that we really want to be in in a hurry to score. You want to score here. It's obviously third down. You'd prefer to push it across right here, but you're taking more precious time off the clock for these Olney Tigers.
Down to 5:09 to go, second period.
Again, Olney's ran a total of 4 plays in this game.
And here is a snap. No, the ball carrier keeps and drives closer to the end zone. Got it, touchdown! And Mount Carmel has the lead back. It's Shane Metter on the touchdown.
Direct snap again to Metter, and he scores a new little wrinkle for this Aces team, and Mount Carmel takes the lead back with a 12-7 advantage.
4:58 to go in the second quarter. Mount Carmel now leads 12-7. Let's see if we're going to chase points or go for one.
Looks like we're lined up for the extra point.
On the kick, the extra point for the Aces is number 2.
And it'll be Wiggins trying on the kick.
Oh, they
jumped. So now
Somebody
we're going to push it to the 1.5.
Question is, who jumped?
Yeah, let's see what they decide on that.
Before the snap, a penalty is thrown, the indication.
On the defense, now I think is your opportunity to go for 2, and here they come.
And here comes the heavy package. Here comes Jackson and the boys.
What a mistake.
From the 1.5 yard line, the maybe out of body point after attempt will now be for a deuce and get that missed PAT from earlier back. 4:58, second quarter, 12-7. Mount Carmel with a lead, but can they get a couple more points up there? Take a long time, down to 11 on the play clock. Aces line it up in that straight T, and they hand it to the tailback again, and I think he stopped short.
Yep, he's in.
No, he's in. Touchdown. How about that?
Wow.
A moment of hesitation, and he got in. And that was Shane Metter. It was not the tailback. Oh, Kling got it. Okay,
yes.
They did give it to Kling. And so Mount Carmel has the lead. It's 14-7. They got that missed PAT back. And that's what your Jade Investment Advisor, Tim Phillips scoreboard reads. Mount Carmel 14, Olney 7, 4:58 to go in the half, back in 30.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same, to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Another ground-churning drive by Mount Carmel, and the Aces have regained the lead over Olney here, 14-7.
23 plays have been run in this game by Mount Carmel. 4 have been run by Olney, and we're down to 4:58 to go in the first half. That is textbook what Mount Carmel wanted to do, and it is Dakota Woods who is doing the kickoffs for the Aces, not Wiggins, so we want to correct that. It is Dakota Woods on the kickoffs now for Mount Carmel.
Okay. Well, the Aces doing a good job of keeping that high-flying Olney offense off the field. Yet the Tigers, of course, had a touchdown on a very short drive. There's the kick by Mount Carmel, and the return man from Olney back it around his 10 to 15 yard line. Across the 20, over the 30, and finally dropped it around the 33.
Look at this.
And we got a tussle going on. A couple of players mixing it up off the ball.
Hey now.
Any flags fly?
I did not see a flag, which would be shocking, but they will just set the ball down. It would have been offsetting penalties, so they don't throw it. Little bit of A little bit of blood there, huh?
Yeah, well, these two love each other. You know.
Gotta love that.
They always have. All right, 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Line of scrimmage is the 31-yard line.
Now, what Mount Carmel can't have happen,
Yeah, another
if you,
busted
if you give them 4 plays a half, is 1 play and a score, which happened on the last drive.
Yeah, 53-yard touchdown pass, and they ate us up on the in the backfield there on that touchdown pass. Now they again do stack on the wide receivers of both sides, 2 by 2. And alone is the quarterback. Claps, gets the signal, and hands it off. Nothing much, a loss on the play. Good hustle by Mount Carmel on defense, and I think that is Braden Mason on the stop.
You are correct, sir. Braden Mason blows that up. Gentry Hof, number 8, gets the carry, and it goes for a 2-yard loss on the play.
Number 52, Johnny on the spot. Okay, maybe number 52, Braden on the spot. 2nd and 11 now after the 1-yard loss, back at the 30-yard line. Down to 4:16 to go in the half. Now the spread is 2 by 2 on the receivers, actually 2 on the left, and they keep swapping back and forth. And 1 on the right. And now the quarterback is back to throw. Cawthorn wants to know he's going to tuck and run, and he drives out of bounds before the tackle at around the 33-yard line.
So from the 29 to the 30, where are they going to set that down?
Oh, 35. They say Hof had the ball. Okay.
Was it Hof?
Yep, that's what they announced on the PA. I guess he handed off. I didn't see it. It's really good. That's why Cawthorn is so good.
All right, so quick. But it's now they've reset that down box way further backfield, so it's only about a 3-yard, 4-yard gain.
So mark it back at the 31, and it's 3rd and about 8 now for the Tigers. Now they send 2 receivers to the short side, right just off the line as wideouts. 1 wide receiver wide to the left side. And Cawthorn's back in the shotgun, wants to throw, pumps that left hand, throws it over the middle. The pass is caught in single man coverage. A big run, cuts inside, not down yet, inside the 25. Another big Olney pass. A gain of 42 yards on the pass play and a 1st down.
Well, I'm telling you, that's the explosive ability as Pianfetti is there to haul it in from the 33 of Olney on 3rd and long in the red zone up to the 16 of Mount Carmel. Wow.
The Tigers, that's why we wanted to keep them off the field. They can score anytime, any play. So now it's a 1st down, and they're going to keep it on the ground, and Mount Carmel, oh my, almost had him for a big loss, broke free and got a couple, but almost a wonderful tackle. He just slipped off of that, Cawthorn did. That's how elusive he is, as it is to the 11-yard line, gain of about 5. That was Cawthorn on the carry.
From the 11-yard line.
2nd down and 5 now. We're down to 3:30 to go, 1st half. Mount Carmel leads Olney 14-7. The undefeated Olney Tigers. So now the Tigers do spread receivers out 2 by 2. Slot and wide out both sides. It's Cawthorn in the shotgun. Now wing back in motion. And instead, the right side, that's Cawthorn. He dives in across the 10-yard line near the 5. Nice run by Cawthorn. Submarined in that closer around the 4, but it's 1st and goal now for the Tigers.
Now got tripped up. He fell a little awkward, but he is inside the 5 up to the 4-yard line.
Don't forget, we'll have the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report here in just a few. It's 3:09 to go in the half. Olney trying to even the score again. They trailed most of this game. Well, I shouldn't say that. They really led after the point after for a while, but Mount Carmel came back. Now receivers split both ways. 1 man in motion from wing left. And they don't go to him. They go to the running back again. He dives forward. He's near the goal line. I think he made it. Touchdown. That's a 4-yard touchdown.
I didn't see who got the ball. Was it Owusu John there? I'm not sure. A 4-yard gain. I think Cawthorn did hand it off.
And there goes the light show from the guys in the end zone. What's over there? We've got
emergency
a couple
services.
of emergency services guys make the noise. Oh, those are the motorcycles. Okay. So it'll be Klingler now.
I think
He
Klingler's
will
the
hold.
holder.
Yep, he will hold for Mr. Perfecto on the
Coker.
kick. And Coker's kick is
Right through.
through the upright. So we are tied again. Olney's even the score again. We have 2:47 to go in the first half. Your Jade Investment Advisor, Tim Phillips scoreboard is all even, 14-14. Mount Carmel gets the ball next, back in 30.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
So Wusu Jian got the touchdown run of 3 yards for Olney, and the kick was good, so we're dead even again on the board, 14-14. Still time now, 2:47 to go in the first half. And Mount Carmel has had a lot of things worked to its favor, the way they've been able to control the football with lengthy drives, time-consuming drives, keeping Olney off the field, that offense. We've seen what happens when you let Olney on the field. And Michael Brewer, that's why he told the kids all this week, he says, look, Olney's going to score. We've just have to do a better job of not hanging our heads on defense. So far, I think we've done that. But Olney shows you just how devastating they can be in the air. Big pass chucked away most of those yards on the last drive before the 3-yard touchdown run. Olney will kick from left to right. You're on pink out night here at Olney. And there's the boot. And it will be retrieved at the 15-yard line. And now working 25-30 on the return. Almost broke it. Dropped it around the 33-yard line.
Cole Carmichael on the return.
So Mount Carmel starts from the 33 with just 2:40 to go here before halftime in a 14-all game. Well, here, what you don't want now is a mistake, and Olney gets a free score on us before the half.
Right.
We want to make sure we take care of the football regardless of what happens, because the Tigers are going to get it at the outset of the second half.
If we can somehow, well, the Aces get the ball.
The Aces get the ball, yeah.
Yep. So if we can somehow milk the rest of this clock all the way down to 0, and I mean 0, score at 0.
Receivers split both ways, and an inside handoff. Is that Acree that gets dropped back for a loss, maybe, at around the 31. Yeah, loss on the play of about 2, second down and 12. 2:22 to go before halftime. Well, they're saying no gain. I don't think that looks like.
He didn't gain anything. He lost 2.
Looks like a couple-yard loss. Yeah, there we go.
Well, see if we can recover from that. And does Olney think about timeouts at some point here?
Red Andrews checks out wide to the left side, man in motion to the right. We're 2-by-2 on the receivers, and Dasher does throw that little wide receiver screen out to the right side, but not much there. Olney regrouped in a hurry, saw that coming, and dropped the receiver for no gain on the play.
That was Metter. And now, as advertised, Olney does spend a timeout.
Well, Metter caught the pass, but not any running room, and now timeout on the field. So we'll take a break, 1:44 to go. Olney on the timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. It's 14-14, back in 30.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
All right, following the timeout, it's 3rd down and 12 for Mount Carmel now. They did fire a pass off to the right side, but for no gain. Good job on defense by the Tigers. So now here's the quarterback in the shotgun. Dasher Gets the handoff, and
look at this.
He's going to go to the right side. Big run down the right side for the first down and then some into Olney territory. Still on his feet down to the 40 inside that mark. River Dasher on a huge run to the edge on third down.
Well, that was a trick play because it was a pass play, right? It was a double handoff. That's what it was.
Yep.
Handoff goes to number 3, Shane Mayer, who throws it
That
deep.
was
So Metter threw it. There you go.
Gains enough for a Golden Aces first down.
Wow, what a way to move the chains. First and 10, Penn's Bowling Center first down.
And a little trickery for the Aces, nets them down, and now we're down to 1:25 to go. Clock is running. They move the chains. Aces send trips out to the left side now. Line of scrimmage, the Olney 40. Dasher has one setback behind him, kind of a pistol look, dodges away from a tackler, tries to run it himself, and gets a couple down to the 36-yard line, but the clock is running. Second down and 8.
First time in this season that someone other than River Dasher threw a pass for Mount Carmel, and it got us out of the shadows of the end zone. And now we're set up with less than a minute.
52 seconds, clock running. Trips again left side with the receiver to the right. Dasher's back. Look, and the officials whistle the play to a stop.
False start.
So it'll cost the Aces 5 yards. It'll be second down and a little bit further back, like second and 12 or second and 13. Line of scrimmage will be the 41-yard line. Clock stops for now, 47.7 seconds to go.
Oh, what a ball game here.
Yep,
huh?
14 all. Now the Aces split receivers 2 by 2. Wing is wide out to the left side too. And he's going to be a receiver. That looks like Jack Webb. Here's Dasher, flushed out of the pocket. They're in after him. He gets rid of the ball.
Uh-oh.
And it's up for grabs out there on the sidelines. It's knocked away. Couldn't come up with the interception to the Tigers at around the 25, so it's incomplete.
Yeah, I think the ball made it out of bounds.
Yeah.
So nowhere really for Olney to go. The pressure caused the disruption that led to the incomplete pass. 26 seconds left here in the half. And the Aces still have the football on third down. So you're kind of in a quandary here if you're Mount Carmel. You need a first down. You do have timeouts, but you're also 41 yards away from a lead-taking score here. 10 on the play clock.
Now the Aces kind of pull it in a little bit like they're going to run with the football. Let's see what they're going to do. There's Dasher gets a snap. He's going to throw. He does fire down court long, and it's caught. It's a caught it. The pass at the 10-yard line.
Why is the
and
clock
inside
running? There it goes.
And down near the goal line, they're going to bring him down finally at the 2. What a huge play on third down.
Now the Aces will spin the timeout. We lost about a second and a half or two there. The clock kept running. But what a play.
That was Jack Webb on the catch. One of his biggest, if not the biggest catch of the year he's made so far.
No doubt. From the 41 down to the 2.
39 yards on that pass play. And the Aces have time. We're down to 18.4 seconds to go. The first half, the Aces have the football. First and 10 from the Olney 2-yard line. We'll keep it here. There's a timeout on the field.
Aces call their second timeout, so one timeout left for Mount Carmel here with just 18 seconds on the clock. And you know, I got to tell you, a lot of times people can be critical of coaching moves and coaching decisions. We have pretty well, to my estimation, to this point, called a pretty good ball game. Olney's been limited in opportunities. They've taken advantage with a couple of big hits, but Mount Carmel has dominated possession, ran the clock down, kept Gavin Cawthorn and company on the sidelines, and are 2 yards away from taking the lead before halftime, and Mount Carmel does get the ball to start the second half.
Well, and not just the big plays, but our line has been very solid tonight. We've won most of the night up front, too.
Yes, we saw Cawthorn come out. They went 3 and out, so we do get the ball to start the second half. I doubted myself for a minute, but yes, we will get the ball to start the second half of play.
All right.
Heavy package out there, I think.
In the Big R red zone now are the Aces. They lined up in that straight T. Or did they? No,
yep.
I don't. Yep, they do. And there's a handoff. Ball carrier plunges towards the end zone, and he made it. Touchdown! And the Aces have the lead back with 13.7 seconds to go in the first half.
Wow. Believe that was Kling who left his feet.
Number 8, River Dasher.
Was it Dasher?
Yeah,
They called Dasher. I thought it was Kling from the back spot, but we'll give it to Dasher. That's what they announce up here.
And so that will be a 3-yard run. Is that what we're going to call that, or
Yes.
2?
I called it 3.
Oh, 1. Okay. It's 13.7 seconds to go. Now the Aces can tack on the point after, and they'll try to attempt that as well. Maybe auto body point after. Can add to the lead. Mount Carmel leads 20-14.
Plenty of time left, but we got a player coming on late to the line here.
It'll be Wiggins on the kick.
Boy, are these going to be huge. Kind of get that feeling here, huh?
There's a snap ball down the kick away.
No
and
close.
It's
not close.
Not good again. So we've missed 2. And did anybody get their hands on that one? Or?
I don't think so. Just a missed kick.
All right, so the Aces left with a 6-point lead. 13.7 seconds to go in the first half. The Aces lead Olney 20-14. That's the way the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard reads. And we're back in 30.
Grammy Award winner, country and gospel music legend Jimmy Fortune is coming to Wabash Valley College for a performance in the Brubeck Theater, Friday, October 17th at 7:30 p.m. Jimmy Fortune, the voice of the Statler Brothers, with hits like Elizabeth, plus Gaither music gospel hits like I Believe. Tickets are $35, $15 for those 17 and under, and are available by phone at 618-263-5164 or scan the QR code on your screen.
Well, Kyle had a chance to check the video replay of what we've got up here, and it was Jackson Kling that scored that touchdown. The H-back himself crossed the plane, and the Aces have the lead back. It's 20-14 here at Olney.
Dakota Woods will kick it off again, and somehow you got to keep Olney from executing a big play in 13.7 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, that's plenty of time for them to score. We've seen that already tonight. So here we go with a kick.
So you get this one as far as you can.
Yeah, we started to run up to the ball and then stopped.
All right.
Well shy of everybody, so no problems there, but I guess we're
10 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, so
what are we doing here?
You have to do it eventually here. We're down to 5, down to 4, and there comes the kick. And it's a squibber down field, taking it around the 20, 25, 38. Oh, a huge hole! Oh, my! You can't believe it! He's going to score on a kickoff return. The worst thing that could have happened just did. And with 2.4 seconds to go, that's about an 80-yard kickoff return, and this game is tied again.
Boy, I'm telling you, if this game stays a shootout, circle that play right there to come back to. How does that happen? 80 yards downfield for an answer. All they had was 13 seconds, and the Tigers did it in 11 on the kickoff return.
And so now this point after can give them the lead again. And we're chasing points again.
Wow.
How about that?
That was Pianfetti who did it.
All right. So here comes the point after try, and this kid's been perfect all year. Hasn't missed yet. Here's the snap ball down, the kick away. And guess what? He's still perfect. And Olney has the lead back. My, oh my. Well, we had the lead for about 11 seconds. 2.4 seconds to go before halftime, and Olney has regained the lead. It's 21-20, and we're back in 30.
Buy Low is Mount Carmel's local grocery destination, proudly serving the community with fresh products, friendly faces, and great deals every week. From our fresh deli and bakery to a wide variety of produce, fresh cut meat selections, and even an Ace Hardware, we've got everything you need, all close to home. Stay updated on all the savings at myiga.com or follow us on Facebook at Mount Carmel Buy Low for the latest specials. Shop local, save big at Buy Low, Mount Carmel's hometown store.
Well, we talked about strategies of this game, trying to keep Olney off the field. You know, they got to take the field eventually.
Yeah.
And they seem to score every time they eventually take the field.
Well, they've ran 10 plays on offense, 10, and have 3 touchdowns. One of them on a special teams play that may haunt the Aces in this ball game. But my goodness, can they score in a hurry? And one of those, a one-play drive and a kickoff return for 2 of the 3 scores for Olney.
So despite controlling the line of scrimmage for the most part and really getting things to go the way they want them with drives and everything else, we're still behind on the scoreboard. But it's only by 1, and it's almost halftime, and a lot of people wouldn't figure we'd be here in this position. So it's still okay. Now Olney will be giving it the football here with a kick. There it comes, and it'll be high, and it'll go out of bounds. So, okay, we'll take it to the 35. Have a one-play shootout maybe, if that's what we want to do.
I think you have him kick it again.
Really?
I do.
Do we have, are we capable to return that thing? Or?
Well, I'm just saying, why wouldn't you kick it again? No time comes off the clock. Back it up, and if they kick it out of bounds again, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make them do it again.
Okay. I'd rather just have a shootout. I don't know,
I'd rather us return this ball to the end zone somehow, but I'm not sure that that's possible.
Yeah, no, and when's the last time we ever returned one to the house?
Well, I don't think we've done that this year.
I'm not sure we did it last year, did we? Oh, man, who knows?
If you give me a minute.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I can probably tell you.
I used to be able to do that in years past. So, but anyway, so we're going to have a kick again here.
How about Shane Metter, 80-yard kickoff return for touchdown against Robinson.
Last year?
This year.
Well,
there you go.
There you go. Now I know I'm getting old.
Well, I didn't remember it either, so there you go.
Okay, well, that sounds good to me. Let's get the ball in Metter's hands.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. What Olney doesn't want to do, they don't want to kick it deep to give the Aces the opportunity to set up a return.
Yeah, they just want to squib it down there and make somebody touch it.
But they didn't keep it in bounds the last time, and now Olney was going to spend another timeout.
Okay. So we'll hold at 2.4 seconds to go here for halftime. We're going to hang on here. And don't forget, we have the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. We'll have a scoring summary, some stats. Kyle's got his spreadsheet and fired up today. And then we'll look at scores from around the area. This is the biggest game in the conference tonight, without a doubt.
No doubt. And we'll see if it's the KZ Mount Carmel game that's the biggest game of the year for the league next week or not. Well, that depends on tonight.
Yep.
But partner, I gotta hop in really quick and thank Jackson for running our camera up here tonight. We appreciate him so much. Jackson Kramer, a student at Wabash Valley. He's done a little extra work tonight because somebody forgot a piece of equipment at home. Thanks to Jeffrey Ryden, an instructor here at Richland County High School who teaches video. Thanks to Morgan Hinton, who lives in Olney, that does drone work. And also thanks to the high school student of mine in my Aces TV class who drove a piece of equipment up here, Chandler, for doing that for us tonight. It takes a village sometimes to get us on the air, and we appreciate everybody's efforts to do that tonight.
All right, Mount Carmel has 2 men deep, standing about the 10-yard line. I don't know if the ball will get to them or not. Let's see what Olney likes to do here. They'll kick from left to right. And there comes the kick. It's a little bounder fielded by the Aces, and that should, well, the clock stops, 1.3 seconds to go. And we have the ball to the 50-yard line. Okay.
River Dasher hands team up there for the Aces, recovers it right at midfield. So you got a chance for one play if you want to take it here if you're the Aces.
Maybe the Tigers were thinking recover that thing because all they need is one play to score. They've done it tonight twice between the special teams and one other time, so why not?
If there was a team in this game that I would feel most nervous about with 1.3 seconds and the ball at midfield, it would be Olney, but we'll see what the Aces can do with one shot here before the half.
Yeah, we've gotten some long plays off tonight too, like Jack Webb on the last scoring drive.
This looks like a kneel down.
The Aces pull everything in tight, and that's what it looks like it's going to be. The quarterback under center. Dasher takes the knee, and that'll take us to halftime. Well, it's been a dandy first half. Now Carmel's done everything it wants to do, but Olney's done everything it wants to do. Score quick, electrifying fashion, and we just haven't been able to stop that yet. So we've reached halftime. We're set for the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report with the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips. Halftime scoreboard reads Olney 21, Mount Carmel 20, back in 2 minutes.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school. And today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked, and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here. And so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
Hi, I'm Ryder Sloss with the Business Communications class out of MCHS. I'm here with Christy at First National Bank to discuss ACES trivia.
In 2011, this player had 6 sacks against Greenville for a school record. Who is the player? Dylan Farmer, Sheldon Hanna, or Tanner Crum?
At First National Bank of Allendale, we know that winning starts with the right support on and off the playing field. That's why our local lenders make tailored, local decisions so you can score big on your goals. With branches across your community, we're here to help with everything from home loans to business growth. Because when it comes to your future, local lending is a true team effort. First National Bank of Allendale, local lenders, local decisions.
We're back with the correct answer from the latest ACES trivia question. The question was, in 2011, this player had 6 sacks against Greenville for a school record. Who was the player?
If you guessed Dylan Farmer, you're correct.
VFW Auxiliary 4226, Old Time Print Shop, Olney Hometown IGA, WBLN WSEI, Olney Gazette, the Olney Arts Council.
We are at halftime here at a jam-packed Olney High School field. The Tigers lead at halftime, but not by much, 21-20. There have been lots of big plays in this ball game, and the Tigers carry a 1-point lead into the second half. But boy, has Mount Carmel controlled the play for most of the night. The problem is we just can't stop Olney on the big plays. Here's the scoring summary. Mount Carmel hit the pay dirt first on a 37-yard run by River Dasher, but the kick was no good. Mount Carmel up with a 6-0 lead. Olney then scored on a 52-yard pass play from Gavin Cawthorn to Ian Pianfetti with the 5:36 mark of the first period. The kick was good, 7-6. Olney led. The Aces came right back and went back ahead on a 2-yard run at the 4:58 mark of the second quarter by Shane Metter. And the Aces elected to go for 2. Jackson Kling scored on the 2-yard point after, and the Aces had caught back up. They took a 14-7 lead. Olney didn't take long to counter. A 3-yard run by Owusu John after some big plays to get him down there. And they added the kick, of course. And it was, let's see, 1-2. That would have been enough to that tied up again, right? 14-14. The Aces then took the lead back on a 3-yard run by Kling with 13.7 seconds to go. Looks like the Aces have done a good job of managing the clock and getting ahead before halftime. The big play on that drive is a 39-yard flip to Jack Webb off of a, well, that was the double pass one. Was that the crazy play?
The double handoff.
Yeah, double handoff.
The handoff and then the pass.
Yeah, from Metter, right?
Yes, to Dasher.
Oh, yeah, but the touchdown was scored by Webb, right? Oh, no, that was the big play on the drive that set up the touchdown.
Yes.
Yeah, the 39-yard pass to Webb. So the razzle-dazzle touchdown gave the Aces, well, only a 6-point lead because they missed their second point after the night. And then Olney came back and scored 9 seconds later on an 80-yard kickoff return by Pianfetti. However, that kick was good, and that's why Olney leads at halftime, 21-20. You're listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. We're here in this very large crowd at Olney for this LIC Showdown game, at least the first of could be as many as 3 LIC Showdown games. The Olney Marching Tigers performing here at halftime. And Wow, huh? We just have not been able to stop them. All our work, well, technically, it's been for naught because we're behind on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and what's frustrating if you're the Aces here, Scott, is you've done just about everything you wanted to do. You limited this Tiger offense to 10 total plays from scrimmage. 10 for the entire half. But they still have 21 points on the board, a one-play drive, a kickoff return with seconds left in the half on the clock, and the Aces just those mistakes, and you don't like to point these things out. We've missed 2 extra points. We got one of them back with a 2-point conversion, and then you'd like to think if we could have done something a little bit differently with a kickoff, whether it's blocking, whether it's kick it out of bounds, whether it's hit some up back with the football, I'm not sure, but somehow a mistake on the special teams for the Aces allows Olney to go the distance and put the lead up on the board. Otherwise, it was a pretty flawless first half for this Mount Carmel team.
Yeah, they've kept mistakes to the very minimum. Just a couple of miscues that produce flags in this game. Mount Carmel's thrown the ball. They've run it very well. They've won more of the actual scrimmage plays up front tonight than Olney has. So they've won that battle up front. They're going to have to keep that up and go from there. So it's been a wonderful ball game. Huge crowd here tonight. Mount Carmel's packed their side of the stadium, and they packed it here on Pink Out Night in Olney because they are loving their Tigers these days. What a magical season they had up here last year. Went from 0-9 in 2023 to 9-0 last year in the regular season. They lost in the second round of the playoffs, Class 4A playoffs, and that really is going to be the bugaboo for really all time for the Tigers. They're going to have to, when they get in the playoffs, they're going to be a 4A team.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because they're really a 3A school. You know, if you do the figuring on all of that, a lot of folks on the East Richland front will tell you it's West Richland's fault because they closed over in Noble all those years ago and merged into one, which forced Olney up in class. But one of these days, the population's going to continue to dwindle throughout all of Southern Illinois, and you're going to get the Tigers down into 3A at some point.
Well, we may be in 2A.
But the rest of 4A is going to come with them along the way.
Yeah.
But partner, here's a look at how the stats go in this game. Mount Carmel has outgained Olney. 208 yards of total offense for the Aces, 127 for the Tigers, and 102 of those came on 2 offensive plays. 2 passes by quarterback Gavin Cawthorn to Ian Pianfetti, a 52-yard touchdown and then a 50-yard pass. Cawthorn is 3 for 3 for 107 yards through the air. Meanwhile, the Tigers have ran the ball a total of 7 times as Owusu Jean has 6 yards on 2 carries and a score. Gentry Huff 2 carries for a net 2, and Cawthorn has carried the ball 3 times for 12 yards. That's 20 yards on 7 carries. 3, 5, 3, 4. Let's do that again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. 7 carries, 20 yards, and a score for Olney on the ground. 3 for 3 passing, 107 yards through the air. For Mount Carmel, we've run a whole lot more plays. River Dasher by himself has carried the ball more than Olney has had offensive plays. 11 carries for Dasher, 75 yards and 1 score. Jackson Kling, 2 carries, 7 yards and a touchdown. Shane Metter, 4 carries, 11 yards and a score. Eki Militoni, a carry for 1. Chase Wiggins, a carry for 4. So the Aces, all told, if I added that up right, have run about 30 plays on offense to Olney's 10. River Dasher has thrown the ball 4 times, completed 3 of those for 54 yards. Shane Metter threw a pass on a handoff, then pass to River Dasher that went for 27 yards. Receiving, Metters caught 2 balls for 15. Jack Webb 1 for 39, and Dasher caught a pass for 27. So 208 total yards for the Aces, 127 for the Tigers, and it's a 21-20 Tiger lead here at the break.
Now, the one thing that could worry Aces fans is when you think about the second half. Olney has been almost unstoppable in the second half of their ball games. Against Lawrenceville, they trailed in the second quarter. They were tied with Newton at halftime last week. But in the second half, things changed. He scored the first 3 touchdowns of the second half against Newton. The Lawrenceville lead was only for seconds anyway, and they were right back on it, and they rolled to a 57-14 win. So Olney has been at its best when they've had to bail themselves out in the second half after allowing these other teams to get leads on them. So Mount Carmel has got to be wary of that. They got to keep it up. The good things going in is they've won more scrimmage plays than Olney has on defense countered. So that's been good. The Aces have had 2 long drives. One was aided by a pass. One was virtually no pass, and we marched down the field. A lot of 3rd and 4th down conversions on that drive. So now Carmel's proven its ability to muscle up with Olney up front and move the football. They're going to have to in the second half because the Tigers, as explosive as they are in the first half and have been tonight, they are more so in the second half of their ball games this year. So that's the challenge that Mount Carmel faces. You're listening to the Keepus Funeral Home Halftime Report. We're going to take another 2-minute break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the scores in the LIC and around the area, Indiana as well. So that's next. Keep it here. It's your home for the Aces.
Drive into fall at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a 2025 Escape for as low as $399 a month and get a new 2024 F-150 up to $13,733 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Lease your new 2024 Hornet at Steve Faulkner Automotive before the end of the month. Now is your best deal. Lease the 2024 Hornet for 2 years, 10,000 miles per year for only $19.39 a month. See Steve Faulkner Auto for details today.
Have you or someone you love received an abnormal breast screening result or breast cancer diagnosis? The Ticket for the Cure program at the Wabash County Health Department in Mount Carmel is here to help. Now offering patient navigation services for eligible residents of Wabash, Edwards, and Richland counties. We're with you every step of the way. For more information, call 618-263-3873. That's 618-263-3873. You don't have to face it alone.
What's up, guys? It's Fire Pup here with the Mount Carmel Fire Department, and I'm here with my friend David, the president of Mount Carmel Public Utility.
Today's focus is on the importance of replacing your smoke alarms.
Age is crucial when it comes to smoke alarms. Replace all smoke alarms every 10 years or sooner if they fail to respond during testing. Remember, fire spreads quickly. You might have less than 2 minutes to escape once the alarm sounds. Functional smoke alarms provide early warning, giving you precious time to get to safety.
75 years in doing what we do is beyond unusual. Our genesis back in the 40s, doing stabilization and still focusing on that here today is very, very unusual. I'm really proud that we have 75 years in this industry and still focus on getting better every day. That experience has propelled us. We carry it forward. In other words, we haven't lost the experience that was gained early on in the beginnings of the company. And we still have that knowledge base to draw from. And that's what just keeps making us better.
Back at halftime in Olney. You're listening to the Keepus Funeral Home Halftime Report. At intermission, the Olney Tigers just wrapping up their halftime performance for the large crowd here tonight. The Tigers lead it 21-20 at intermission, and Kyle Peach has a lot of scores for us tonight. Huh?
Well, you know, this is a little interesting. Up in Casey with their arch nemesis Marshall, I believe it's 28-15 Marshall at halftime on top of Casey. So how about that for a score? As we'll continue to kind of fine-tune that. We're not getting the scores to report where we typically see them, so the scoreboard becomes a little harder to read. But it is 28-15 at halftime. Wow. Marshall scored right before the break, could not convert the two-point conversion, but a 2-score lead for the Marshall Lions over the Casey Westfield Warriors, one of the top teams in Class 1A. At halftime, Paris leading Newton 26-21 in that one, so a tight one there. Meanwhile, we can tell you that Robinson leads Lawrenceville at halftime in another close ball game, 13-10. Johnston City leads Fairfield 24-22 at halftime. Cesar leading Carmi 22-6 at the break. Edwards County leads Hamilton County in the second quarter, 14-7. Christopher, CZRE, added an extra E since a year ago. They lead Red Hill 21-16. That's also in the second quarter. And one other score in Indiana, Gibson Southern leading the Washington Hatchets 49-0 in the third period.
Well, Well, how about that Marshall Ball Club? You know, that's the deal. We talk about Mount Carmel have to fight its way back in the playoffs. You know, we've got Olney here tonight in a dogfight. Next week will probably be a dogfight against Casey, but we can't sleep on Marshall in week 8.
Not at all.
They've got as good a running back as we're going to see in the conference in this part of the area, in this part of southern Illinois, and Luca Genovola. And he's also a 2,000-yard running back career-wise, and he is a monster. And, you know, Casey's, interestingly enough, kind of lived a lot on defense and special teams. They've generated 5 or 6 touchdowns in either picks or kickoff returns or punt returns or whatever. So they've scored a lot of points in the non-traditional fashions. Not so, as much on offense as you think. I think they've lived on defense. So somebody gets on them a little bit. We'll just see what happens now in the second half with Casey, because their undefeated season will be on the ropes too.
It looks like both, all 3 of the teams that are undefeated are kind of at a crossroads here at the halftimes of their respective games tonight. The 3-minute warm-up period has started, and Mount Carmel is just now walking back onto the track across the football field to get ready to start the second half here.
Must have had a lot of things to talk about at halftime.
That's interesting.
Well, we'll take a break too and come back with the second half. You've been listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home Halftime Report. We're back with the second half kickoff in 2 minutes.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Grammy Award winner, country and gospel music legend Jimmy Fortune is coming to Wabash Valley College for a performance in the Brubeck Theater, Friday, October 17th at 7:30 p.m. Jimmy Fortune, the voice of the Statler Brothers, with hits like Elizabeth, plus Gaither music gospel hits like I Believe. Tickets are $35, $15 for those 17 and under, and are available by phone at 618-263-5164 or scan the QR code on your screen.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
We'll go directly.
We are set for the second half. It's been a dandy so far here in Olney. The Tigers lead Mount Carmel, but only by 1 point, 21-20, as the Aces have missed a couple of point afters here in this ball game. Mount Carmel will get the football first to start the second half. And Kyle, I guess we got to go back to work and churn down the field and reestablish control up front. That'll go a long way towards getting the result that we want.
You know, and through it all, you got to point this out, that the only team to not score when they've had the football is Olney. And it was on their opening drive where they went 3 and out. And since then, they've put the ball in the end zone every time they've had it. The Aces have put the ball in the end zone every time we've had it. We've missed those couple extra points. We got one of them back on a 2-point conversion. We sit a point down because we are 1 point shy of keeping pace with the Tigers. Special teams, unfortunately, has kind of been the difference in this ball game. An 80-yard kickoff return earlier for the Tigers. The 2 missed extra points for the Aces. Kind of a big screaming point on the stat sheet here at the break.
Don't forget, fans, KZ Westfield comes to the Snake Pit next Friday night. It'll be Hall of Fame night, so there'll be another big weekend. A lot of people in town for that event. And so a great class of inductees, too, by the Hall of Fame committee.
Yep, coaches Carlotta Inlow for volleyball, baseball, and football coach Larry Lockhart, the great wrestling coach Pat Cheeseman, the 2001 football team that went all the way to the second place finish, and Andrew Wise, a state champion wrestler and fantastic football player in his time for the Golden Aces, all being enshrined. It's a 6:30 ceremony for the 7 o'clock kickoff at Riverview Stadium. Get there early, and if you don't get there early, come late. There'll be a special celebration for the inductees at Stymie's Rest at West Berwick Golf Course immediately following the game.
24 minutes to go. Olney hustles one last player into the contest. Officials haven't wound the clock yet. There's the whistle, and the play clock is winding. Mount Carmel will be receiving. Olney kicks from left to right here in the second half. Well, just about set. Third quarter. Olney owns the second half this year. Maybe the Aces can slow that down too. Here comes the Tiger boot. And it sails downfield. It's retrieved at around the 15-yard line, or by the 10-yard line, across the 20, 25, and to the 27-yard line goes. Is that Carmichael on the return?
Yes, it is.
So the Aces take over from the 27-yard line. Well, we know what we want to do, but we've got to reestablish. We'll see if Olney's made any adjustments here on defense to trying to circumvent the Aces up front. We'll see whose plans for the second half are going to bear fruit here on the coaching side.
It will be very interesting to see how this second half unfolds and the adjustments. We talked about the fact that Mount Carmel came very late out of the locker room at halftime. I'm sure the wheels for both sides are churning.
And the Aces spend a long time here at the sidelines. Now they break and come out. Play clock down to 15 as the Aces have a 1st and 10. They go right to left. Line of scrimmage is their own 27-yard line. Aces have everybody pulled in. Wings are pulled in tight, no wideouts, and there's Dasher. He's going to keep out of the shotgun, powers his way to the right side, gets over the 30, down near the 34-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the first run of the second half. I'll call it 5 to the 33.
Well, picking up exactly where he left off, River Dasher. He's got 80 yards now by my count on the ground on 12 carries.
Last week, the Olney Tigers played Newton, and there was over 900 yards of total offense between those two. And it was pretty close yardage-wise, not like Olney got all those yards. The Tigers have had some high-scoring games. And 21-20 at halftime is kind of high-scoring for Mount Carmel this year. So now the Aces still pulled in tight, wings both ways. Dasher, again, follows his blockers, powers right side, and he powers his way into first down territory over, well, wait a minute, they're going to mark him back. He rolled over the 40. Close. They mark him back at the 37, still very close. And it'll be, they're going to eyeball it or?
First down.
Okay. So a 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center, first down to the Aces, opens their drive here in the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37-yard line. Play clock down to 15. Aces still waiting for the play. Here it comes, and now here they go to the front, to the line of scrimmage. They're going to, everybody's going to pull in tight. Couple of wings to the left side, and H-back and wings that way, and the play flows that way. And there's a little gain that way across the 40 to the 41-yard line. On the carry was Acree?
Yep. Acree gets about 3.
Yeah. They put an H-back and a wing tight to the line over on the left side, so there were 2 extra blockers, and Acree went that way too.
32 yards, 8 carries for Elliot Acree tonight. I think that looks lower now like 4 once that down back settled. So it'll be a 2nd and 6.
Mount Carmel has loaded up the visiting side. The home side is all packed. It's pink out night here in Olney. Big special evening for the fans. Everybody's wearing pink here in attendance. So I didn't wear any pink tonight, darn it. I completely didn't get that memo. There's a handoff. Ball carrier pushes forward near the marker. The Aces line did a good job of owning that play.
It's going to be Dasher again.
And he's very close.
About a yard short.
Yeah, about 4 on the play. So call it 3rd down and a very short one. Line of scrimmage over the 45 at the 46-yard line.
5-yard gain for Dasher, now up over 90 yards. Scott, interesting details about that Marshall-Casey game. Marshall only had 1 3rd and long the entire first half. And to boot, they had a 91-yard kickoff return with 50 seconds left in the half, and Casey hits a 35-yard field goal to end the half seconds later.
Wow. Oh, Aces again. There's a setback. He gets the first down, powering his way to the right side. And it was Dasher, the quarterback on the keeper, to the 48, give him 2, and move those chains. Another 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center, first down. Aces come out in the second half. They've been moving the football so far. Time consuming. We've played 3 minutes of the second half already. Olney leads 21-20.
I mean, the time of possession in this game is despairingly different. But the scoreboard tells a completely different story at this point.
Yeah, because we just haven't been able to break up the big play Olney juggernaut. We do all this work, we get down the field, and then we give it up seconds later.
102 yards.
Now a flag down stops the play. Aces did that H-back and wing to the left side at the 2 big blockers. This one will come back, though, on the Aces. False start, though, is it. Just 5 yards. Wasn't anything more than that. But it'll be 1st and 15, and they're back inside their own 45 of the 43.
Just hard to believe that Olney had 127 yards of total offense. 102 yards of the 127 came on 2 pass plays. So remarkable.
So they only gained 25 yards on the ground, huh?
20 yards on the ground. There was another 5-yard pass in there. 20 yards on 7 carries.
There's an Aces defense again. These kids, boy, this line has really blossomed now midway through this season, the last 3 or 4 games. And there's a handoff, ball carrier into the middle, and not much there. Nothing there.
Metter.
And Shane Metter on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 14 maybe if we're nice. Line of scrimmage, the 44.
So here we go again. It's just 2nd down, though, so the penalty came on 1st down. 2nd and 14. We keep it on the ground to try to keep the clock moving.
Yep. And we're already down to 7:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. Wonderful job of clock control of the Aces tonight. That's the big takeaway from Mount Carmel so far tonight. And there is a handoff. Ball carrier slides left, gets the first down on a dive right to midfield on 50-yard line. What a run.
Well, that's Acree, I think, and it's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage, just past that point.
And
that was Militoni.
Yeah. Eki Militoni on a first down run. You know, when you were running through your stats, I wonder if we're going to see more Militoni now in the second half.
So a 3rd down and 9, Scott. He just got back to where the original line of scrimmage was here. So not a first down
you're
run,
right. Yep, first
but
and
it will
10.
be 3rd and 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
So still a ways to go. Line of scrimmage, the 48-yard line. Sorry about that. But will we see more Militoni here in this second half? Gives a little different speed look to the Aces. Double wing set. Now, again, they move the one wing to the left side. The play goes that way. And the ball carrier is rung up after a short gain over midfield, but that's it to the 49. We're still a good 6 yards away from the first down. It's 4th down now.
Well, Dasher, actually, they call it Militoni. I thought it was Dasher, but 4th down coming up, 4th and 6 for the Aces, so we got a lot of work to do here.
See what the Aces do here. It's probably territory spot in the field. They can actually go for it, but what will they come up with?
So the Aces go for it.
The Aces do send a wide out to the right side. In fact, a slot man and a wide out. One wing to the left side. Dasher calls, does not get Olney to jump.
Michael Brewer's in the ear of the far side official, so expect a timeout, and there it is.
There it is. So timeout on the field. We couldn't get Olney to give us 5 yards, so a break now. 5:59 to go here in the 3rd period. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. Olney leads 21-20, back in 30.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
Thank you to Kevin McGinnis, working the controls of the downtown studios of WSJD. We're thrilled to be here bringing you this great football game tonight. Mount Carmel and Olney going toe-to-toe here in the third quarter. Fourth down for Mount Carmel. Big play here, Kyle.
Big play indeed, 4th and 6. This is probably, we converted on a 4th down earlier. That was the 37-yard touchdown run by River Dasher that was a 4th down. We just need to find a way to move the chains here. You can't afford to give Olney the football back here.
A slot and a wide out left side to the right side. Wing back is to the left. There's Dasher in the shotgun. High snap, wants to throw, does to the edge, and the pass is incomplete.
Wow.
Olney will take over.
Shane Metter and Michael Brewer are furious that no flag came. Shane Metter was held out there, and no penalty marker came from the far side official. If you go back and watch that play again, you'll see that Metter was impeded on his progress to get to the football on the far side. Michael Brewer still screaming over there.
So probably that no call was a bad call and should have been a flag. So it's clear that there was an impediment to, according to the video replay, so they got away with that, and Olney takes over on downs, 1st and 10.
Not saying that it was necessarily pass interference, but it was a hold or something over there that did not get called. That's a big call, big no call here in this ball game.
So can we stop the Tigers now? We haven't done that for a while now, since the first quarter. Receivers are 2 by 2, and the shotgun is Gavin Cawthorn. And he's going to hand off. Ball carrier slides outside forward. One quick feet for number 0, and that's Xavier Owasujan. Nope. They give it to Hof instead. They don't use him much. Probably the third back they use. And look at that. It's 8-yard pickup because that's 2nd and 2, and the Tiger offense is rolling at the Aces 43.
Biggest play on the ground for the Tigers tonight.
Stacked up the receivers both directions and allow misdirection inside. Trying to get outside now. Ball carrier's got a first down. He still explodes down the left side. He's going to score a touchdown. He does.
But I think it's coming back on a hold, and it is.
Thank goodness for that. What is the deal? We cannot stop these guys.
That was Cawthorn taking off, and when about the point he juked to bound to the outside, the flag went down for a hold, so it will come back mercifully enough. Otherwise, Cawthorn was off for a score.
Wow. So it was 2nd and
2
1, yeah, when he ran. But now they're going to mark it back from the 43 all the way back to the other side of the 50. And they're going to put it down at around the 48, right, of Olney.
Yep, so 2nd and about 9 here now.
And mark it at the 49. We're down to 5:16 to go in the third period. Tigers could take the first big lead of the day. They've only led when they have by 1 point on a couple of occasions. So they go 2 by 2 on the receivers again. Short side of the field is the right. One setback behind the quarterback. That's Cawthorn calls. Backs up, throws that left-hander swing pass left side on the screen dump. It's caught, and now the receiver gets to the edge, still on his feet, spun forward inside the 30, even made the screen pass a huge play, all the way to the 25-yard line. A gain of 26 yards on the play.
I believe that's Reed Klingler that made that catch. All the way up to the 26-yard line, a 27-yard pass play. Partner, it looked to me like there was one defender out there, or 2 defenders and 1 receiver, and we still couldn't catch him down until they got the first.
And they are something when they get out in space, aren't they? Now another handoff. This time the ball carrier doesn't get much, maybe a yard or 2. And it's Cawthorn on the keeper, and he gets to the 23-yard line, gain of 2, 2nd down. We could just keep them inside the tackles. We stand a fighting chance. When they get outside, we're done.
One of the things to keep in mind as we get to this part of the field, you've got a kid for these Olney Tigers that's 2 for 2 in field goals. Not that we're saying we've shown any signs of being able to stop the Tiger offense.
But they can put up 3 spots too, yeah.
Owen Coker 2 for 2, his long is 29 yards.
Now slot and wide out both ways, 2 by 2 on the receivers. Cawthorn in the shotgun. Well, the Wusuk John in there with him, and then a handoff now goes to the scat back, and he powers forward over the 20 to the 17. I think that's a Wusuk John, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Number 0. And he didn't get the first down. He creates a 3rd and short, though. 3rd and about 1.
On the handoff by Cawthorn to number 8.
Nope, again, halt, they call it again. We haven't seen much of Wasu John tonight.
No.
So now here is the handoff. Ball carrier gets the first down, sliding off left tackle inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
That was Cawthorn, I think, who kept it himself. And does move the chains. 1st and 10. Tigers in the red zone, continuing to march.
So down to the 12-yard line now. We're down to 3:40 to go here in the 3rd period. Olney leads 21-20. The Tigers looking to add to that advantage. They're going to send trips out to the left side. Receiver to the right. Football square in the middle of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun, the left-hander, Gavin Cawthorn. Long signal count. Aces stay put. And there's the snap. Backs up. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Pass is one-hand grab, but couldn't quite come up with it. Incomplete.
First incomplete pass for Cawthorn today, looking in that back corner of the end zone. 2nd and 10. Looking for Pianfetti, his go-to receiver.
Boy, he has been tonight, hasn't he?
And those two have connected 17 times on the year, coming in for 327 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cawthorn to Pianfetti, just couldn't connect there. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops. 3:14 left here in quarter number 3.
They were already hooked up, those two, on a 52-yard touchdown pass earlier. Now the receivers are 2 by 2. One setback. Man in motion, left to right. And it will be getting to the edge, the outside,
Cawthorn.
and scoring an easy touchdown run is Gavin Cawthorn. A 12-yard touchdown run by the Olney QB. And now the Tigers lead 27-20.
Well, just how quickly Cawthorn can explode. He was patient, he waited, found the edge, and nobody was going to bring him down. And now a big extra point here for the Tigers, a chance to push the lead out to 8.
Here the Tiger offense at their best again.
At least that drive took more than one play. It took a little bit more. That was the longest play number drive of the night for the Tigers.
All right, here comes the snap, and it is good. The perfect streak continues for the Olney kicker, and they extend the lead to 8 points. And the score now reads Olney 28 and Mount Carmel 20. And we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Drive into fall at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a 2025 Escape for as low as $399 a month and get a new 2024 F-150 up to $13,733 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Lease your new 2024 Hornet at Steve Faulkner Automotive before the end of the month. Now is your best deal. Lease the 2024 Hornet for 2 years, 10,000 miles per year for only $19.39 a month. See Steve Faulkner Auto for details today.
Have you or someone you love received an abnormal breast screening result or breast cancer diagnosis? The Ticket for the Cure program at the Wabash County Health Department in Mount Carmel is here to help. Now offering patient navigation services for eligible residents of Wabash, Edwards, and Richland counties. We're with you every step of the way. For more information, call 618-263-3873. That's 618-263-3873. You don't have to face it alone.
Well, you're right, Scott. The Aces have to counter. They have to put a drive together. The last drive stalled out. A no call potentially on a would-be hold or pass interference penalty. But the Aces were still going to have some work to do, even if that pass made it through or even if the penalty was called. So the Aces have got to find the rhythm again on offense.
And there is the kick. And way over the head. That's a touchback.
Yep.
So the Aces will take it at the 20-yard line. So nice kickoff, and the Aces will not get a chance to return. They'll start at the 20. Okay, let's just go back to work again. Michael Brewer said it during the pregame show. He's preached this to the kids all week. Do not get down. Olney's going to score. Let's just stay with the plan, and we've moved the football here in the second half.
We have moved the football. Again, we just had a situation where the Tigers were able to score in back-to-back possessions, though. One that made it a 21-20 game. And then in the opening possession of the second half, which they stopped the Aces on defensively. So big night and a big important drive for the Aces offense with our deepest start of the night at the 20.
Aces operate from right to left. They send trips to the left side, a wing off to the right. Dasher is in the backfield, shotgun. He gets the snap, he's going to keep it himself and doesn't get much. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Tigers corral him for no gain. 2nd and 10 now.
I think they're going to move the chain eventually. The official on the far side has got the ball spotted ahead.
Yeah, there it is.
There was the move finally. Nolan Seals makes the stop there on Dasher as he gets about 2.
Aces presented more of a spread look on that play. Let's see if we're going to go to the air a little bit more. Now they'll switch and spread it out 2 by 2 on the receivers. Nope, we're going to add trips to the left side. Webb joins that group outside, so it's Dasher alone in the shotgun. So we got 5 in pattern. There's the snap, and he's going to run on a quarterback draw. And he gets over the 25, and now near the 30 before he's finally brought down. Good final push. He's right on the marker.
That's pretty close, maybe just a hair short. I'm surprised they haven't stopped the clock. They did stop the clock.
And they moved
the
chains.
First down. Yep, 1st and 10 Pence Bowling Center first down as Dasher got the 80 needed.
Nice run by River.
He's now over 100 yards rushing again tonight. 18 carries, 105 yards.
And just how much better has he looked the last couple of weeks on the ground?
No doubt.
He's learning by the minute. River Dasher, just a sophomore. We're inside 2 minutes now to go third period. Aces again go 2 by 2 with Webb kind of off the line now, man in motion. And they get it, and there's a flag that flies as the snap is taken. So this one's going to come back.
We had too many men in motion. We had 2 guys moving. Webb took off last.
Yeah.
Too many men moving in the backfield, illegal motion.
In Canada, that thing would have worked.
Does it work in 8-man football? I don't know those rules.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll push the football back inside to the 25-yard line, just a 5-yard walk-off. But it's 1st and 16 for the ground-oriented Aces, not 1st and 10. Officials start the clock. We're down to 1:40 to go, third period. Aces again have trips to the left side, 2 to the right, 5 in pattern, empty backfield. And Dasher is now going to keep it himself again. Goes to the middle, powers his way to the 30 before he's finally brought down. The Olney defense reacted and got to him. It'll create now about a 2nd and 10. Got the yardage back.
Dasher a little slow getting up that time, but gets the 5 penalty yards back. And now it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, tough spot for the kid, too. He's alone in the backfield, and everybody else is spread out, defenders and on the line itself, so he was open target for getting hit when they did bring him down. Now the Aces again go 2 receivers left side, a wing off to the left. Nobody wide to the right now. Metter retreats and joins the backfield. It's a triumvirate. And this time Dasher keeps not handing it off to Metter. And he powers his way across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and about 4, maybe 5.
We'll have to take a snap before the 3rd quarter ends. But 3rd and manageable left for the Aces here. 3rd and 5, as you said, partner. And got to continue to keep churning down the field if you're the Aces. How about an update from the Marshall game? Marshall stops Casey on a 4th and 2, and then a 50-yard touchdown pass. Marshall 34, Casey 18, 9:26 left, 3rd quarter.
Wow, 16-point lead for Marshall, huh? All right, here we go, 3rd down. And the Aces get the handoff. Is that Metter or is that Dasher? Dasher again.
Short.
Gets close to the marker, so it'll be a 4th down for the Aces, but that's the end of the 3rd period, so we'll pick that up in just a moment. The Jade Financial Advisor Tim Phillips, Jade Investment Financial Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard at the end of 3. Olney 28, Mount Carmel 20, back with the 4th quarter in 30 seconds.
I'm Elijah Hadro with the Mount Carmel Fire Department.
And I'm David James, President of Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Did you know that working smoke alarms can significantly reduce the risk of dying in a home fire? Taking just a few seconds each month to test your smoke alarms can make a life-saving difference. Simply press the test button to ensure they're working properly, and don't forget to follow the manufacturer's instructions for regular cleaning to keep your alarms in top condition.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
The Tigers are 5-0 on the season. Mount Carmel 3-2 after dropping their non-conference games. So they're trying to fight their way back into it. And they've gone toe-to-toe with the Tigers. We just can't stop their big plays. Again, the Aces moving the football a little bit. They'll go left to right as we start the fourth period. It's 1st and 10. They did get a first down on the last play from the 40-yard line. Wing to the left, 2 receivers to the right. It's Dasher in the shotgun, gets the snap. And back to throw. Does fire. Long over the middle, over the top, and it is incomplete on the fly. The receiver couldn't come up with a football. Single man coverage for Olney at the 25-yard line. It's second down.
Wiggins was in the area, just couldn't find it. Pretty good pass, pretty good connection. It was right on the spot, just Wiggins couldn't get turned around to it. Just a second incomplete pass for Dasher in 5 tries. He's 3 of 5. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now for the Aces. Early fourth quarter. Don't forget the KZ Westfield Warriors in town next week for the Hall of Fame game. Friday night at the Snake Pit.
Both teams might be angry if the scoreboards hold in both of the games next week.
So now wing left, receiver left, and in the shotgun handoff, ball carrier gets outside. That's Dasher, and he made the first down.
Wow.
On a nice run to the edge, kept angling away, gets over the 50 to the 48-yard line. First down, move the chains for the Aces.
132 yards for River Dasher on the ground tonight and 22 carries. And a 10 Pence Bowling Center first down into Tiger territory.
Well, that's got to be one of the things I'll bring up with Michael Brewer after the game. Just the way this line played. It's controlled this line. We've seen it the last 4 weeks out of this bunch. But really putting on a show tonight. We just not slowed Olney down on offense when they have had the football. All right, now here's a handoff. Ball carrier counters back left side. Almost breaks it open. Dives near the marker down to the Tiger 40-yard line.
That's Acree. Haven't called his name too much here in the second half, but he'll push forward for about 8, call it 7.
Oh, a nice swift run by Elliott Acree. On the counter back to that left side, it's second down and call it 2. Maybe a long 2 for the Aces. But they're at the Olney 40, just underway in the fourth quarter. Simply the Aces have to score. We cannot, because we haven't stopped Olney since the first period. Every single drive since then, they've scored.
Their opening drive went 3 and out, and since then they have been in the end zone every time.
Now the Aces send Red Andrews out wide to the right side, and they counter back with Acree. Outside, first down, explosive run to the edge. He's on his way to the 25, to the 20, 15, 10, and he's knocked down shy of the end zone. They're going to mark him down inside the 5. First and goal from there.
41 to, I believe, around the 4-yard line. Where are they going to set that down? Well, back here at the 8.
Oh, further back.
41 to the 8.
So 33 yards on the play.
What a play by Acree.
One of his longest runs of the year. First and goal, Mount Carmel from the Olney 8-yard line.
Back in the Big R Farm and Home red zone, the Aces need this score and a 2-point conversion to try and tie it up.
Play clock down to 12 as the Aces break, head to the line. Receivers are wide out to the left side. Nobody wide out to the right. And that's Dasher running to the left side down to around the, they call it the 5 and maybe the 6. Second down. Just had the one receiver wide of the mark. Everybody else stayed tight.
Second and goal at the 5, it looks like here for the Aces offense. Clock continues to churn. 9:40 left in regulation.
28-20, Olney leads.
What a game this has been tonight, huh?
Just a dandy. Lots of positives, a ton of positives for Mount Carmel, regardless of what happens. Everybody else pulls in, a couple setbacks now, and I think one of them kind of stumbled a little bit.
It's Militoni, who may have got a snap, if not the handoff there, and he fell down and did get to around the 2.
But progress nonetheless. About a 3-yard gain now.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, so obviously 2 downs from here. 2 yards away from the end zone in a mandatory touchdown situation. We've got to get points on this drive. Play clock down to 15. See if the Aces can finish this. Everybody pulled in. And there is
What's this?
The
Flags.
whistles,
Oh,
the officials.
flag on the far side.
It's on Mount Carmel, huh?
I'm
We
not
think?
sure yet. No signal.
Yeah, they haven't signaled yet.
And it is false start. Oh, that's killer.
Well, we haven't had much of that the last couple of weeks. We've done a lot better job of avoiding mistakes, but when you've got a team that wants to march down the field, you just can't have mistakes that you can control.
3rd and 3 becomes a 3rd and 8, 3rd and goal from the 8.
So let's see what the Aces come up with here. Meanwhile, the clock running, we're down to 8.5 to go in this game. Now the Aces are going to split a receiver out wide to the right side.
8 on the play clock. Got to hurry.
And one setback along with Dasher, and here is the handoff.
Nope.
And that's Acree trying to get outside, doesn't make it. Doesn't get to the edge, he takes a loss on the play, and now it's 4th down from the 7-yard line.
So the Aces couldn't get to the edge. Looks like he gets about a yard. That's all that he got, though. So 4th and 7, and this could essentially, potentially be the game right here. You got to find your way in the end zone.
So let's see what Mount Carmel comes up with. The crowd stands there hollering. Mount Carmel's fans stand on the other side of the field. Everybody in this joint is standing, making some noise here. Big play here for the Aces. Play clock down to 7. We're going to call timeout, right?
Yep.
Because we're not even moving. So we're going to talk this thing over, and we'll have the timeout as well. Timeout's brought to you by Kenter Financial Agent Tia Morgan. Aces thinking this thing over. It'll be 4th down and goal when we come back. 28-20, Olney leads, back in 30.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Well, what are the Aces going to come up with here? This 4th down. They're at the Olney 7-yard line. Aces have to score here. I mean, we haven't stopped Olney all night except for one time. So if they get the football, odds are they're going to score.
Yeah.
So we have to score right here and take our chances within that. 8-point Olney lead.
You wouldn't do it here anyway. I don't think down 1 touchdown with a 2-point conversion. You wouldn't think about a field goal, but that's just not an option for the Aces.
We don't have a leg for a field goal, do we?
We do not. Not that I'm aware of.
Here come the Aces. 2 wideouts to the right side. Ball nor the left hash mark. Dasher in the shotgun. And he's going to throw the football to the end zone. Nice little counter back to the left side. And did he catch it? Yes! Touchdown! The wingback caught the ball.
Acree
released and then became the receiver and caught the touchdown pass. 7 yards. Dasher to Acree. How about that for a play? 7:24 to go in the game, and now it's a 2-point game.
And how big is this? Speaking of big plays. 2-point conversion needed to tie.
This is for the tie for Mount Carmel. And are we going to call timeout again? We're shuffling players in and out.
We only have 1 left for the half, so we got to try to conserve that, you would think.
Down to 13 on the play clock. Here we go. Ace is going to go for 2. Now down to 7, down to 6. Everybody pulled in tight. And here is the quarterback. He's trying to fight for running him. Oh, he's not going to make it. Did not make it. And the Tigers maintain the 2-point lead with 7:24 to go. So Olney leads 28-26. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost! us.
You'll get them next time. This Scooters coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Well, Olney has maintained the 2-point lead, so the Aces now have to somehow regroup on defense and stop this bunch. They have not stopped one time since the first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you this, the Aces have only been stopped one time by the Olney Tiger defense as well. So it's been an offensive show here tonight. The one thing, this is the time to point this out, the one thing we've not seen tonight is a turnover. Either way, no fumbles, no interceptions. What will be the tipping point in this game? Right now, it's been the missed extra points for Mount Carmel, the 2-point difference.
All right, the Tigers will get the football. Mount Carmel will be kicking left to right.
Dakota Woods is the kicker for the Aces tonight. Seen him put in a lot of time down at the Aces field practicing on the kickoffs. And interesting now, we're moving the tee from one hash mark to the other. Not sure what kind of trickery we might be looking for here, if we are.
And Dakota takes his time, placing the ball just right.
They haven't ran the play clock yet.
Yep, there we go. Now they are. And let's see what Dakota does. He's going to do the onside kick. It takes a high bounce, and it's a scramble.
Close.
Who's got it? It's at the 45. I think Olney comes out of there with it.
Yep, there it is. Wow, that was close. That was close.
A wonderful job on the kick by Dakota Woods. Had the high bounce at the right time, and it was anybody's football, it looked like.
It was bounding, and the Aces just couldn't get there. That was about as perfect as you could do an onside kick.
Yeah, that was excellent. So the Tigers have the football now from the 46. So it hasn't made any difference where they've been on the field. They have scored every time since the first period. So if we can just somehow manage to halt that trend and get the ball back, see if we can pull that off here. Be the perfect time for it. We're down to 7:22 to go to get the ball back with still being a 2-point game because, as Kyle pointed, they really haven't stopped us either.
17 total plays ran by Olney's offense tonight.
2-by-2 in the receivers, and now a wingback counter left. Quarterback keeps the ball and dives inside the 50 into Mount Carmel territory all the way to the 44-yard line. First down.
But there is a flag down, and
it's on the Tigers.
I missed the signal.
Yeah, there it is on Olney. A rare mistake tonight for the Tigers. It cost them a first down there.
Was it a hold? I didn't
It's a
see the
10-yard
signal.
hold.
It is a 10-yard hold, so it'll be a 1st and 20. Not that the Tigers aren't capable of 20 yards in 3 plays, but
and
first time they've had to get 20 tonight.
And the other thing, too, to remember, if we get the ball back, we're not a quick strike club, or we haven't been one, really, and certainly haven't been tonight. We need time on the clock to march down the field and do things our way.
You want Olney to get rid of it quickly, but you can't let them score. That's the trouble here.
Yep. So now it's 1st and 20 for the Tigers. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. Powers left side, cuts inside a block. Maces recover and bring him down over the 40 at around the 42-yard line. Not much of a gain, about 4.
Acree and Aiden Reynolds there on the stop. So got about 6 on the play.
So
did Cawthorn, so manageable here for the Aces.
2nd and 14. Down to 6:30 to go. Cawthorn comes over to the sideline to check with his coach, Luke Carmody. Get the play and now direct the team out to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what he does. He's going to send 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the low side left. And Cawthorn awaits his there's the call. The Aces jump, but no flag. They stayed put.
And now what? Now a flag comes, and I think Olney moved.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, everybody froze. You could hear the crowd react. Mount Carmel stayed put, apparently.
And now the official can't come in on this side and then change the fact that he didn't throw it. And they're going to throw it against the Aces.
Oh, why?
And the official over there pointed to Olney. The official on the far side of the field pointed that it was against the Tigers. And now that official is coming in with his flag in hand to talk to the referee about it.
Yeah, what's up with that?
You can't not throw the flag. then throw the flag on the other side of the field, and then listen to the Olney coach complain and throw a flag, or not even, he never even threw his flag on the play.
A little politicking worked, huh? Darn.
So the official on this side of the field never threw a penalty flag, but after the circumstances unfold, he comes in and says, oh, wait a minute, I threw the flag, and now they're going to leave it at that. That's unbelievable.
Aces fans are booing left and right. They may have handled that right, but it does not appear so to the naked eye.
That was unbelievable.
Our fans are making some noise. Oh, wait, we can hear them over here. Second down. That wasn't done well, let's just say. And now there's the quarterback, shuffles the line. Now gets to the left, gets outside. Aces slow him down and bring him down to the 45-yard line. We stayed with Cawthorn. He did not get the first down, it looks.
I think he's got it.
Oh, he got it, okay. Nice job. I mean, he didn't get to the end zone, but, man, this Tiger team is so good on offense.
How big is the 5-yard penalty? Because we've gone from, they have not moved the change yet. Everybody just said first down here in the stands in Olney, and now they've set it back.
What is up with these guys tonight? I don't know.
So, goodness. So it will be either a 3rd and short, but more than what should have been, it should be 3rd down and about 6 here, because that play should have been 5 yards further backfield. That's water under the bridge at this point. But it's unbelievable that the official on the near side
listened to the Olney coach and then
never threw a flag, but minutes later, after seeing the result of the play, said, oops, there should have been a flag, and the Tigers are short, 3rd down and 1.
All right, we're down to 5:29 to go in this one. And it will be 2nd down, so he did not quite make the first down.
3rd down and 1 here, I think.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Line of scrimmage is the 39-yard line.
A few questionable calls tonight. The no call on the one drive in which the Aces were held on 4th down on the no call pass interference, and then that debacle there.
So now sliding the wide out to the low side left. And there's the quarterback, keeps it himself, gets the first down, blows through and breaks into open field. He might score a touchdown to the 10, to the 5. There he goes. There goes Olney again. They get to the edge and we disappear. And the Olney Tigers have built the lead now to 34 to 26.
So it's an 8-point lead now with an extra point pending. That's huge.
Yeah, because now it would be a 9-point lead.
How far was that run?
Well,
around 40 yards, I think.
Yeah, 40. Wasn't 44, was it?
We'll go with that. That was close.
What a score.
That was Cawthorn, by the way.
He is a magical guy, isn't he?
Fun to watch, no doubt. Quite an athlete.
And now here comes the point after try. Here's a snap, ball down. A little bit of a high snap. The kick sails it down, right through the uprights. Nice job there. He's still perfect on the air. And now Olney has a huge lead with 5:08 to go. Let's take a look at the Jade Financial Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's Olney 35, Mount Carmel 26, back in 30.
Grammy Award winner, country and gospel music legend Jimmy Fortune is coming to Wabash Valley College for a performance in the Brubeck Theater, Friday, October 17th at 7:30 p.m. Jimmy Fortune, the voice of the Statler Brothers, with hits like Elizabeth, plus Gaither music gospel hits like I Believe. Tickets are $35, $15 for those 17 and under, and are available by phone at 618-263-5164 or scan the QR code on your screen.
Buy Low is Mount Carmel's local grocery destination, proudly serving the community with fresh products, friendly faces, and great deals every week. From our fresh deli and bakery to a wide variety of produce, fresh cut meat selections, and even an Ace Hardware, we've got everything you need, all close to home. Stay updated on all the savings at myiga.com or follow us on Facebook at Mount Carmel Buy Low for the latest specials. Shop local, save big at Buy Low, Mount Carmel's hometown store.
So the Olney lead is now 9, 35 to 26, just over 5 minutes to go. The Aces will get the football. There comes the Olney kick. Looks like offsides right there, but There's the kick return coming, 15 to the 20, 25, and still running hard and getting out to around the 30-yard line, the return man. And that is no, that was Wiggins on the return, right?
Yeah.
To the 29. That's where Mount Carmel takes over. Well, the Aces have to score twice now. They got 5 minutes to do it, 5:01 to go.
We missed 2 extra points tonight. We got one of those missed back on a 2-point conversion. Then we did not kick, which we wouldn't have, down 8 the last time. Still trying to catch that second missed kick. That one did not score. So in essence, we've missed 3 point-after attempts on the night. That leads to a 7-point score going up on the board for the Tigers, making it a 9-point game. Those points we've been chasing are problematic.
And here are the Aces now. They have 4 receivers, empty backfield for Dasher in the shotgun. He wants to throw, Cook does, outside a little bit, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, is it incomplete or not?
Well,
I think it's complete.
I thought he signaled incomplete.
They're going to say it's complete.
Okay. They call him Eki Militoni on the reception. Okay. Just in the flats over the left side. Nice little delivery in the end then. About 6 yards, 2nd down and 4. Again, 5 in pattern now, 3 to the right, 2 to the left side. And here's Dasher in the shotgun. Aces hurried up a little bit. And they get the snap off. Another throw, and this one's caught too. But I don't know. He's right on the chain. I'm not sure if that's a first down or not. Let's see where they mark him. Pass caught by Owen Blake. Called the 40-yard line, and they move the chains. 1st and 10 pins, bowling center, first down. Aces hurry up. Clock stops, 4:18 to go. And they roll the clock, and the Aces are right there to go. 3 left, 2 right. Dasher back, they're in on him. He's going to take a hit and go right down. Well, it was a mismatch. Of course, we need to get people in pattern, and Olney took advantage of it and just steamrolled Dasher for a loss. Back at the 30-yard line. Loss of about 9-10 on the play.
Just the 2nd tackle for loss tonight by the Tiger defense, but it comes in a big spot there. It'll be 2nd down and about 21 here for the Aces.
So the Aces spread it out a little bit. They'll have to account for that little mismatch up front if we're going to get any passes off for the next 5 minutes. Next 3.5 minutes.
Boy, we look confused. We've got 10 seconds. We only have 1 timeout for the half.
Yeah.
Got to get something figured out here.
And here we go. And again, 5 in pattern. Dasher seems to have a little time. Now he gets a throw off, and the pass is tipped around, almost picked off on the pass down the middle at the 40-yard line, and looking for Blake. And it was incomplete to him, but Olney had a pretty good chance at the pick. Now it's 3rd down. And this isn't us. I mean, we know that about us. We don't do this.
Yeah. This is not what we're set up to do, is to move in a hurry and go exclusively to the air, but we've done that here on this drive.
Yeah, I really think with a guy like Dasher's a good thrower for a sophomore.
Yep.
We're going to be a different team in the next couple of years,
Sure.
but this team this year, we have to rely on the ground game. But Dasher's he's going to put on a show before he's done at the Hilltop. Hope he puts on a show right here. 3rd down, and they're in on him, and he escapes. Hey, now he's running, and finally brought down after just a short gain of the 33. I don't know how he turned that into a gain at all.
Yeah, it's going to go down maybe as a 1-yard gain, but how it wasn't much more than that backfield is crazy. It's got about a 1-yard gain.
Not the best we could hope for now is to score quickly and then do an onside kick, I guess. We're down to 2:49 to go. Aces down by 9.
But you got to do a 4th and 18 conversion
to start
play
with,
right
just
here
to keep the football, or it's over. Got to get to the 50-yard line. Right now we're at the 32. And again, we do have a setback back with Dasher, so 4 in pattern. There's the snap. And he's going to throw down the middle, and the pass is overthrown the receiver. Incomplete, not really that close. And Olney will take over. They can salt the game away. We're down to 2:26 to go. So the Tigers have the football in a good spot at the Aces' 32-yard line.
Well, how greedy does Olney want to be in this situation? Mount Carmel has only 1 timeout, so they could only stop at once. Of course, in high school football, there is no 2-minute warning. So they could pretty much just about take all this off the clock here if they so choose.
Olney was a 10-point favorite going into this game. They lead it by 9. 2:26 to go in this one. Olney very probably headed towards a 6-0 start.
And the Aces are going to lose to Olney, more than likely, for the second consecutive time. The last time that happened, 1971-72. Olney is going to take a delay of game penalty here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yep. Nope, they tried to get it off, didn't. And
they get a timeout.
Oh, they do get the timeout. Okay, timeout. 2:26 to go. We'll take a break, too. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. Olney in great shape now. They lead 35-26 over Mount Carmel, back in 30.
Hi, I'm Tony. I graduated Wabash Valley College at Mount Carmel, and it was the best decision ever. It gave me the opportunity to go on the air almost immediately. Within about a week of starting the broadcasting program at Wabash Valley College, I was a DJ on 89.1 WVJC, and that on-air experience was invaluable to my future career and hiring potential.
Partner, things are getting wild in Casey. Wouldn't you expect that? It was 34-26. Marshall then took a 12-yard sack, set up good field position after a punt. And then Casey scores on a 25-yard touchdown pass. Somehow now with a 2-point conversion, it's all tied with 8:36 to go, and Casey recovers an onside kick.
Casey was down by 16 at one point, huh? Wow. And they got the onside kick?
They did.
One of the Warriors about ready to bail themselves out maybe, huh?
On homecoming night at home.
Now that'll be a sweet win for them. First down here for the Tigers, and that is Cawthorn, stacked up by the Aces after a short gain. Couple, 2-3 maybe to the 30, but the clock is running. We're down to 2:17 to go. Well, what a job of the Aces tonight. I mean, our line play continues to impress. We won more scrimmages than we lost tonight. We moved the football at length.
We'll have to check the official stats, but I do show Olney at 108 rushing yards, in large part because of that 44-yard touchdown run by Gavin Cawthorn.
So really the Aces did a good job there. We just couldn't stop the big play. Once Olney went to the air, once they got to the edge anyway, it was almost a touchdown run for sure. Now they run up the middle and they get a few yards to the 27, but the clock's the main enemy now. The Tigers are headed for the win. We're down to 90 seconds to go.
Certainly looks like Olney's just trying to get the clock away here.
Yeah.
40 seconds every time the clock moves, so.
We'll visit with Michael Brewer after the game. Now, Mount Carmel will fall to 3-3 on the year. First loss in the conference at 3-1. It could still end up being a three-way tie.
This league has been competitive this year, as it is again here tonight.
Next week, Casey in town. And don't forget about Marshall in 2 weeks. Casey almost been learning it the hard way tonight. And there is a handoff. Ball carrier first down, breaks free, gets into the open and scores a touchdown. Just burst up the middle and never looked back. That's on us, that touchdown.
Yep, you know what's coming. It's Cawthorn, I believe, wasn't it?
Yep, 47.8 seconds to go, and Olney has ballooned the lead now to 41-26. And how long is that one?
About 21 yards.
21, huh? .8 seconds to go in this one, and Olney secured in the victory now in case they weren't otherwise. And unsportsmanlike on Olney. That's interesting. We talked with a lot of the Olney folks before the game. We've been plagued by that problem a little bit, and Olney has too.
So a penalty for celebration against the Tigers here.
No, that's what happens. And so we really probably just one more play after this, right? Are they going to kick a field goal here?
Well, this is a point. This is an extra point.
Yeah, that's right. They just scored the touchdown. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the celebration came after the score. And it'll be assessed on the kickoff, right, then?
No, they assessed it on the extra point, is what they said. But
Well, it doesn't look like it, does it?
Must be on the kick. Or the kickoff, I should say.
Yeah. 41-26. Here comes the point after try. There's the ball down, the kick away. And it's good, and he is still perfect on the year.
How about
Through
that?
6 weeks. Impressive, huh?
No doubt.
So we'll keep it here. We're playing out the string. 42-26. Olney leads with 47.8 seconds to go.
42-26 with 48 seconds remaining.
So let's see. His kick streak was 23 on the point afters, 25 overall, and he's kicked 6 tonight. Yeah.
Yep.
So the streak for the kickers up to 29 in a row and 31 kicks in a row if you count the 2 field goals. That isn't bad to have that kind of automatic point after work. And meanwhile, we've missed a couple tonight. And it put us behind the 8 ball a little bit too at times, but here in the second half, Olney just kept scoring. We couldn't stop him. And it was made our job that much tougher when we didn't finish a couple drives. And there you go, the points start to multiply, and now we're down by 16 now. And what a first half we had. And really, all things considered, there's a lot of good things we'll be able to say about this game, I think. We'll see what Michael Brewer has to say after the game, and we're back home next week against the KZ Westfield Warriors. Another tough one. 7 o'clock for the kickoff, 6 o'clock for the 1-hour pregame show. Right here. There's the assessment on the penalty. Makes the kickoff back at the 25-yard line. Let's see if we can find the end zone from here.
You're right.
And no, he's not even going to try, but he's just sailed it down to the 25 at the other end. The flying return by the Aces, 40, 45, and dropped down there at about the 46.
Clock is still rolling, and now it stops.
40.8 seconds to go.
Is fielded by number 2, Chase Wiggins of the Aces.
Wiggins on the return from the 25 to the 45. You know, it all comes down to this. Olney just, at the end of the day, executed better in all facets of the game, more so than the Aces did tonight. We had a good game plan. We won the possession time battle, which was key. We missed a couple of extra points. We didn't get a couple of helps on some questionable penalties, and the Tigers took advantage of every opportunity the Aces created for them tonight. Hats off to Olney.
Yep, they are just so explosive in offense, aren't they? Oh, my. There's a wall that he ran up against there of Tigers, and 4 or 5 of them. Is that Dasher?
It is Dasher. It's 26th carry of the night.
Wow.
Goes for a 1-yard loss. He's got over 120 yards by my count tonight.
And what do you have, like 187 last week? So we're down to 18 seconds to go, and they do not need to take another snap. So this one's in the books. And Olney improves to 6-0 and 4-0 in the LIC with a strong second half effort. Basically, Mount Carmel could not stop their offense all night. 2-1, that'll do it. The Tigers win it. Okay, stop with the whistle, guys. Thank you. All right, the Tigers win it, 42-26. We're back with the post-game show and a visit with Aces coach Michael Brewer. That's next. Keep it here.
Introducing the Student Plus account from First National Bank, a free checking account designed for students and parents alike. With Student Plus, parents stay in control with real-time alerts and spending limits, while students learn to manage money safely and independently. Instant transfers, lost card protection, and customizable features make banking simple for the whole family. Getting started is easy. Just visit any First National Bank of Allendale branch with your student, set up mobile banking, and choose the features that work best for you. Student Plus accounts with First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Lease your new 2024 Hornet at Steve Faulkner Automotive before the end of the month. Now is your best deal. Lease the 2024 Hornet for 2 years, 10,000 miles per year for only $19.39 a month. See Steve Faulkner Auto for details today. Drive into fall with Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler for as low as $292 a month and a 2025 Ram 1500 with 1.9% financing for 72 months. Come in today or go to stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
Have you or someone you love received an abnormal breast screening result or breast cancer diagnosis? The Ticket for the Cure program at the Wabash County Health Department in Mount Carmel is here to help. now offering patient navigation services for eligible residents of Wabash, Edwards, and Richland counties. We're with you every step of the way. For more information, call 618-263-3873. That's 618-263-3873. You don't have to face it alone.
I'm Elijah Hadro with the Mount Carmel Fire Department.
And I'm David James, president of Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Did you know that working smoke alarms can significantly reduce the risk of dying in a home fire? Taking just a few seconds each month to test your smoke alarms can make a life-saving difference. Simply press the test button to ensure they're working properly, and don't forget to follow the manufacturer's instructions for regular cleaning to keep your alarms in top condition.
What a great night for football here tonight at Olney. Unfortunately, it went the Tigers' way. They were unstoppable against Mount Carmel on offense, 42-26. Mount Carmel had, for a long time, controlled things up front, were able to move the football and do some good things on the night. Had the lead briefly on a couple of occasions, just could not sustain it, and Olney pulled away as they have several times this year in the second half. This isn't the first time that somebody's gotten Olney down at home. Lawrenceville did it. Marshall did it, but they always had enough to bail themselves out in the second half, and it happened again tonight. This team is just amazing on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. They lived up to the hype. They were the second half team that these Tigers have been. They don't need a lot of plays to score a lot of points, and they did that to the Aces tonight. Special teams kind of became big down the stretch. The Aces faltered on a couple of extra points, leading us to go for more than our normal share of 2-point conversions. We couldn't catch up on points, and it ultimately gave Olney a late 2-score lead. They tacked on an extra one late, and the Aces just ran out of steam after a pretty well-played first half, and most of this game for Mount Carmel just kind of ran out of steam late.
So Olney improves to 6-0, 4-0 in the LIC. And the Aces fall to 3-3. Their 3-game LIC winning streak is snapped, so they're now 3-1 in the league. And the Aces are win total still at 3, so they've got 3 weeks to get to 5. It means you got to win 2 of the next 3. And next week, Casey's in town and to face Mount Carmel in Hall of Fame night. Then the Aces finish at Marshall and then home against Lawrenceville. So it's a doable situation. It certainly was last year. The Aces started out 0-2 and bounced back to get in the playoffs. But you're kind of riding the rail a little bit there. The least little part of an evening that doesn't go your way, and suddenly you're behind the 8 ball, and then you're stuck. So things have got to work perfectly well for the Aces now the rest of the year.
Yep, no room for error. You got to find the wins, and hopefully the Aces can do that. And it starts next week with Casey. Mount Carmel still does get more yards of offense than Olney tonight. I've got Mount Carmel at 327 yards, the Tigers at 267. River Dasher led the way on the ground, 229 total yards on the ground for the Aces tonight. Dasher 123 of those on 26 carries. Shane Metter had 5 carries for 12 yards. Both Dasher and Metter had a score. Eki Militoni 3 carries for 9. Chase Wiggins 1 for 4. Elliott Acree had 11 carries for 74 yards tonight. Jackson Kling had 2 for 7 and a touchdown. Throwing the football, it was River Dasher completing 6 of 10 tonight for 71 yards and a touchdown. Shane Metter threw a pass for 27 yards to River Dasher for Dasher's first reception of the year. Elliott Acree caught the touchdown pass for 7 yards. Owen Blake a catch for 4. Jack Webb 1 for 39. Shane Metter 2 for 15. Eki Militoni 1 for 6. Gavin Cawthorn tonight goes 4 of 5 through the air, 134 yards and a touchdown. Cawthorn also carried the ball 12 times for Olney, 112 yards, 3 touchdowns. Gentry Huff had 4 carries for 15 yards, and Xavier Owusu Jean had 2 carries for 6 yards. So all through and through, the Tigers ran the ball 18 times for 133 yards. They were 4 of 5 passing for 134. And that's the way the stats look in this one here tonight, as Olney gets the big 42-26 win.
And there were some big plays in this game tonight. Instead of going through score by score, we can talk about some of the bigger ones, like the first touchdown for Mount Carmel, a 37-yard run by River Dasher. Olney counter with a 52-yard pass play. We led for about 12 seconds in that game. We missed the point after eventually. Yeah, that was the first touchdown, and then Olney scored and got the PAT. They led 7-6. Now, Carmel had some other big plays. Jack Webb, what do we got?
I just bumped you.
Oh, you just
Sorry
bumped me.
about
Okay,
that.
We're
tight
close
here
quarters
tonight.
up here on top of the stands here at Olney, but a beautiful night for football. Thank goodness for that. Could have been raining, huh?
No doubt.
We had some other big plays, too, in this game. Jack Webb caught a big pass during a drive, 39 yards. How about Pianfetti, an 80-yard kickoff return? That was huge at the time as well. In the second half, Cawthorn had a 21-yard run. Just really, we could not basically stop the Olney Tigers at all, especially when they would get outside of the edge. Inside the tackles, we did okay. And but it was just there that we thought that ball club was like that. Indeed, they are. Michael Brewer is here with us. And Coach, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Boy, this Olney team is quick strike on offense, huh?
Yeah, they're 15-12, can they score anytime from anywhere. You saw that. So we knew that. That was, something we talked about. And I think we talked, before the game that they were going to score points. We had to have the right amount of stops at the right times. And we just came up a few short there. So the first half almost played out perfect.
Yeah, man alive, you guys owned it up front.
Almost perfect. And then, that stupid kickoff return, that's on me. That's just, we shouldn't have done it. And I didn't, we shouldn't have kicked it there, obviously. So outside of that, we were pretty darn good in the first half. And then again, in the second half, we weren't in a position to, it wasn't part of the game plan to be behind the sticks. So we had more penalties in the second half. Man, we've played a lot of games this year where we get a lot of penalties and somehow the other teams are playing pretty clean football. It's amazing how that works. So that's part of it.
But talk about the line play tonight. I mean, we've seen these kids come on. We knew they've been getting better and better, but man, oh man, they just own things up there. We won more of those scrimmages than they did all night.
We played pretty well up front, I thought. So when we were in some of our different packages that we were trying to just run the ball downhill, they're just trying to cut us, right? The guy that's lined up over Jack Webb's just laying down on the ground and rolling into his legs. And so that kind of messes some stuff up at times. It piles things up if he gets in his feet and he can't get off the ball. But overall, yeah, I thought we did a good job. There's a couple of times where, we just need to run the ball harder downhill. It is what it is. It's a mess and it's mucked up. You just got to go. Put your shoulder down and push the pile. And so there's a couple of times we need to do that a little bit better. But all in all, I thought our kids played really, really hard. And so I'm very, very proud of their effort and the approach and the prep and how they did all that. I thought that part was really good.
Well, Coach, Casey Westfield comes in next week. Marshall had him down by 16 tonight, but Casey, I think, has come back. Just recovered an onside kick towards the end, so they may have escaped. But that's okay. That's who's next on the schedule. We got to deal with them, huh?
Yep. We'll play whoever shows up next week at the Snake Pit. We'll play those guys.
And a Hall of Fame night, though, and it's always nice when you get these people from these great teams, great names, and Mount Carmel's past, get them all back together.
Yeah. So that'd be a fun evening.
All right. Well, we're busy looking the monitors up for that game. Hey, Mike, thanks for the time. Appreciate it, Coach. That is Aces coach Michael Brewer. His comments after the game tonight. The Tigers win it 42-26, and we're busy watching that. That Casey game is too. Has it gone final yet?
It's not gone final, but it's all but over. Casey did scoring again. 2-point conversion to make it 50-34. Casey, 3:12 to go. They have awakened the beast at Casey on homecoming night. So Casey is going to win that game. Paris beats Newton tonight, 34-21. That one has gone final. Also, let's see here. Get back to that app, and I can get you the
Robinson
other scores.
In Lawrenceville. Is that who's
yes? Let's get there. It is after one of these wonderful commercials that they make you watch. Well, eventually we'll get there to the scoreboard. The last score we had in that one was still the halftime score of Robinson 13 and Lawrenceville 10, so we'll try to refresh again before we sign off here.
Okay. Well, there you go. We do know that Mount Carmel will be back in action on Friday night. The KZ Westfield Warriors in town again. Hall of Fame night. We've talked about some of the inductees, great class of inductees into the Mount Carmel Sports Hall of Fame. And they'll be honored not just at the football game, but then we'll have a little program out at Stymie's afterwards, after that as well. And that's always a fun event, too. We'll get some of these inductees up in front of the crowd. We'll talk to them a little bit and visit with them. And always a thrill for those inductees and those honored. So we're looking forward to that next week, too. And then, of course, in 2 weeks, we're on to Marshall. Remember, we have 2 more home games this year, pending playoffs, etc. And that will be next week against KZ, and week 9 with Lawrenceville calls.
Hard to see the scoreboard on the live stream, but it looks like Robinson is ahead of Lawrenceville 34 or 39 to 14. So Robinson's going to win that one.
To give Lawrenceville credit, they've been able to flex their muscles and get leads over the likes of Paris and Olney. They just aren't there yet. They just don't have enough overall talent to sustain the prosperity, and they kind of wilt in the second half. But they're doing a good job trying to get that program going. And really, all things considered, Steve Weber's doing a good job at Marshall, too, trying to get them cranked up. And they may very well still get to the playoffs. Who knows?
No doubt.
All right. 42-26 our final here. Thank you for joining us today. We'd like to thank our sponsors. Oh, hang on. We've got to come up with the play of the game, the electrifying play of the game from Mount Carmel Public Utility.
Well, how about the play that set up the score before the halftime break, where we do the double handoff, the handoff and then the pass from Metter down the field? We saw that. We also saw, actually, it wasn't Jack Webb that caught that pass before the halftime break as well?
39-yarder, whatever that was.
Yeah, so it got us into position to score before the halftime break. That will go as the Mount Carmel Public Utility Company electrifying play of the game.
There you go. And so with that, we will bid you adieu. Fans, we'll be back next week. Casey's in town again. 7 o'clock for the kickoff, 6 o'clock for the 1-hour pregame show right here on 100.5 WSJD. And the News Channel 15 replay of this one is
Monday at 7.
Monday at 7. And you said Thursday too, right?
Yep, it's the weekly thing. Yeah, Mondays and Thursdays.
Just sit in front of your TV and watch News Channel 15 every night. And if you do that long enough, you'll see 2 replays of the game next week.
And you can watch it anytime you want after Monday night on demand.
Oh, come on. That's no fun. I'd rather sit there every night glued to the TV until I see it.
There you go.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you for joining us. The final again tonight, Olney 42, Mount Carmel 26. Now from Richland County for the whole gang here, Scott Allen saying so long, everybody.